And likely, is this a Carter County storm that's going to be warned? So this is the storm right here that we are expecting. And Kyle, when we can, let's go ahead and jump over to those NBC and ABC channels. Okay, everyone, if you're just now joining us, we are waiting on a tornado warning to be issued here for this Carter County storm. Our chaser has been on this particular thunderstorm. It has been severe now for about 10 to 20 minutes, but we are starting to see those shear markers. That's the rotation, that low level rotation that's going to be coming out. So this is going to be Carter County. Ardmore is not going to be included in this. And there you go. There's the new tornado warning that has now been issued. So this includes Carter County. This includes Murray County. This is also going to be including Garvin County. And this is traveling basically due northeast. So if you are in Ardmore, there's more storms south of you. But at this time, you don't have to worry about this particular cell moving on through. And we are seeing that low level rotation that's also kind of picking up right over Milo right now. When you can, Hunter, let's punch up that photo that we were working on getting in the system. We'll show everyone that broad area of rotation that Alex was watching. This is what's prompted the tornado warning. Our chaser, Alex Spahn, has been on this storm. Look how low to the ground this is. This is going to be a broad lowering. Right now, you can see no contact, so we don't have a confirmed tornado, but this is going to be very low to the ground, and it is after dark. We're also seeing a lot of rain with these thunderstorms. Going to be very easy to have something rain wrapped, and nocturnal tornadoes are very difficult to see, as you know. So this is going to be not the best situation playing out for us heading into the overnight. But again, this is why we are on the air. That, of course, is a confirmed tornado way north, but we now have this tornado warning here. So when you can, Hunter, let's go ahead and read the specs on this, see how long this tornado warning is warned for, and what else the National Weather Service is saying.
Yep, so this tornado warning going until 10 p.m. tonight, Mandy, and it's moving at a pretty good pace, north of 35 miles per hour. Of course, we also have the threat for lightning, hail, damaging winds from this potential tornado within this track. And I'll put a little tracker on here. I'll pause it, and it's moving north at 35 miles per hour. So we'll do a little track here around the couplet and move it on up. So anytime right now, it's right over Milo, Mountain Lake by around 9:22, Salem Church at 9:32, Hoover by 9:34, and you're getting up towards Katy by around 9:38. Also Crossroads RV Park by 9:43, Mandy.
Okay, so that's the timeline where this would move. Again, this is traveling off to the north, currently focused in Carter County, but would be moving into Murray County for tonight. I'm not sure if we have Alex's shot. I can see it over here. Kyle, let me know if we have that in the back. We can show you what he's seeing and what's ongoing there. But this, okay, thanks, guys. This is the main area of rotation that we are watching between Fox and Milo. What road is this right here, Hunter? This east-west road between the two. Looks like Graham is right over there as well. So 53, I believe that's going to be Highway 53 there, right north of Milo is going to be where this area of circulation is, likely a little bit north of that now. And this is quickly moving. How fast are these? About 35 miles per hour?
35 to the north, yep.
Okay, so moving north at about 35. You want to circle this area of rotation here, Hunter. We'll show everyone what we're watching with that. But this is going to be the main broad rotation that we've already cited, that we have ground truth on, that we know there is a lowering, and that has been what has prompted this tornado warning so far today. So folks in Mountain Lake right there just to the north and the northeast, you're going to be very close to that area of circulation, as well as Fox, Oklahoma. That's going to be far western Carter County. Here's Free Will Church, and then right there Hilden Municipal Airport, and then there's Oil City. So this is going to be lifting north away from Oil City, away from Hilden Municipal Airport, but coming close to Fox, right over Graham, going to be leaving Milo, and then farther off to the north, kind of some of those edges there of Carter County. We're also going to be watching that as it moves farther off to the north. So let's zoom on out a little bit here, Hunter, and we can go ahead and add that tornado polygon back on, just to show everyone who's included in that particular warning. These are drawn a little bit higher vertically than we normally see due to how quickly some of these storms are moving today. So folks that are still included in this polygon, Treasure Valley Casino, Lookout Mountain Crossbar Ranch, Pilgrim Baptist Church, Salem Church, Katy, that's going to be there in Garvin County, and then the Arbuckle Mountain Bluegrass Music Park also included in this polygon right here. And then farther north, Elmore City going to be up there, and you can see right there Elmore City Elementary School as well. Shady Grove Church kind of right on the edge, but this is going to be where that main cell is going to be moving off to the north going forwards. Any updates coming with this, Hunter?
From a law enforcement official from the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, they are eventually going to be shutting down I-35 when the storm eventually tracks towards the highway, Mandy.
Okay, so you said they're planning on shutting down I-35 for this?
Yes, whenever it eventually crosses.
Okay, so they are going to be shutting down this highway. This is going to be probably the area that they're going to be closing I-35 just to kind of make room for this storm to pass on over. That's not something we often see, and so that definitely is worth noting, as well as not what we want as far as storm potential, because this is likely rapidly growing and rapidly increasing here tonight as that main cell travels off to the north. Any more updates coming in with these other thunderstorms? Have we seen additional rotation? All of these that are isolated will have tornado potential. We're going to have to watch that one closely. They're now north of Tishomingo as well, Hunter. But it looks like those ones at least crossing the Red River, I'm not seeing any major shear markers coming in with that. The shear, that's that low level rotation that often increases, and this marker has been very consistent here going forwards heading into tonight. And so at least it's not increasing at this time, but it's staying pretty steady state, and that will likely stay together. I don't think we're going to see any weakening with that intensity. Usually, unless you have something acting against a thunderstorm, it's going to stay with that intensity unless it moves into a less favorable environment or something else works against it. And we have a very favorable environment for these so far tonight. Okay, any updates coming in, Hunter?
No updates as of right now, Mandy. Just that big I-35 that they could be shutting down, that's a pretty big update. But other than that, I have nothing from the National Weather Service.
Okay, if you need to log into that computer over there on the desk to help out, that'll be a little closer. Gotcha. The Tishomingo storm still severe at this time. Let's go ahead and punch up reflectivity. We'll show everyone what we're seeing just in the broad range of things. These isolated cells there in southern Oklahoma, the main line still out to the west. Let's zoom on out a little more, Hunter. We'll show everyone what is also coming kind of out into the overnight hours with these. So we have this area of isolated cells ahead of the main line. That's going to have the highest tornado potential going into tonight, but we also have this line that's going to have some embedded tornado potential back with it, closer towards Duncan and then down through Wichita Falls. We've seen them today having a lot of tornado warnings, a lot of flooding, and even some damage coming in from those particular thunderstorms. So it's definitely on the table to continue to see that for tonight. But we are going to need to watch these storms that are moving from Marietta to Ardmore. If those move quick enough and start to work in with that updraft, we may see a slight weakening trend with that. But right now, short term, have not heard that. And honestly, I'm a bit more concerned about this northern Johnston County cell. It's starting to develop a little bit of that hook. Right here, still no tornado warning, but these all are going to have some rotation with them as quickly as they're going up. And this is going to be a very, very favorable environment for these storms to be with tonight. Let's punch up velocity, see what we're looking at with that as these storms continue to rotate. Still no updates coming in, and it sounds like we don't have Alex's shot either, so we can work on getting that. But this is the main area of rotation that we are still watching. That is going to be lifting pretty much due north. If you want to draw a ruler here, Hunter, from that main circulation all the way up through Pauls Valley, yeah, we're talking 20-25 miles before it's moving towards and into Pauls Valley, and that's the part of I-35 that I am expecting them to close down just in preparation of this moving through. And it is dark, so it's going to be very difficult for anyone driving on the highway to see what's happening. And so just as a reminder, if you do have friends and family in this area that maybe are traveling here for the overnight or not normally moving through this part of the this part of Oklahoma, this part of Texas, make sure you call them, text them, reach out to them, and make sure that they are aware what's going on, because that could really save their life or help them out for tonight. And depending on where you are, if you're in an apartment, you want want to go as far interior as you can and as far down as you can. So the lowest floor, that also holds steady when we're talking about single family homes. Get as far down as you can, the lowest interior room as you can, and put as many walls between you and the outside. That's going to be your best sheltering plan. You've got to shelter with what you have at this point, and this is not the time to move locations or go somewhere else. It's a little too late for that if you're already in this polygon. Now, if you are expecting storms to move your way, you have a little bit of time. If you're in Ada, you may have time to grab the cars and put them in the garage or something, but we're not talking about any type of big drastic action heading into tonight. As far as your sheltering, you need to go ahead and be doing that wherever you are at now. So far, it does not look like they've confirmed anything on the ground, but we do have that image, Hunter, we can punch that back up, of that very broad rotation, very low to the ground that our chaser had, that was looking at, that prompted this tornado warning. You can see this is going to be where the rotation is. That's going to be spinning from left to right on your screen. And this is ingesting a lot of warm, moist air. And if this thing does touch the ground, this would likely be a very large tornado that we're going to be dealing with tonight. But still no confirmation that this has made contact with the ground. That's what we're hoping for. But the environment really is conducive for that. So I would not be surprised at some point into this overnight that we're going to have to start dealing with that. Okay, we do have his shot. Let's go ahead and punch that up. He's out on the road, continuing to keep an eye on these thunderstorms. You can see the lightning flash and occasionally there, but he's still in Carter County watching this main cell as it travels off to the north. We'll see if we get any more lightning here. Of course, it is dark, so it's going to be difficult to see what's ongoing. But yeah, several strikes of lightning continuing to fall with these thunderstorms so far today. Okay, that looks frozen. Let's go back to the maps to see what we're seeing. Looks like we actually may get a little bit of the cell splitting. It looks like we're kind of getting some of that splitting into two there. So sometimes when that happens, the storm weakens a little bit and then might get its act together going later. Another severe thunderstorm warning. This one includes Pontotoc and Ada. Hunter, let's go ahead and read the specs with that.
Alrighty, so this new severe thunderstorm warning, a very elongated warning towards the north. It's lasting until 10:15 tonight. Includes Johnson, Pontotoc County. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail appear to be the main threats with this. Moving directly north at 35 miles per hour. So if we put a track on here for the heaviest rain and possibly hail that can be coming in towards Pontotoc County, it's going to be reaching Shiloh Ranch by around 9:36, Fossil Creek Ranch by around 9:43. Ada, it will be approaching you by around 9:52 tonight, and near the Ada Municipal Airport by around 9:55. And Bing Fire Department, you guys just north of Ada, right around 10 o'clock on the dot. Mandy. Okay,
so if that storm does start to exhibit rotation, again, here's the timeline that we're going to be seeing for that one reaching Ada and the rest of Pontotoc County. At this time, no tornado warning for that, but I do want to reiterate, and I've said this a lot, but we have really good tornado potential. That low-level shear tonight with these storms going overnight. We are going to see a lot of rotating storms, and this is just starting. We have several hours left on this event into the overnight. A lot of folks wondering where the storms were earlier today. The thing is, no storms earlier in the day means these storms overnight are going to be notably stronger than they would if the atmosphere was a little bit more worked over. So that is going to be what we're dealing with there for the overnight. But again, that severe thunderstorm warning goes until 10:15. Johnston, Pontotoc counties included. Let's zoom on out and give everyone a big picture. If you are just now joining us, we have an active tornado warning for Carter County, rotating wall cloud visible with this storm. So far, though, nothing confirmed on the ground, and we have a lot of other storms that are starting to develop. So folks might be seeing thunderstorms that aren't severe yet, but we will likely see them growing near severe status as they're moving due south to due north. Usually we see a little bit more of an easterly trajectory, but today, pretty much south to north is what we're watching. Folks in Marietta to Ardmore right now, especially folks along I-35 there. Heavy rain, some lightning. Those storms sub-severe. Cook County getting a lot of rain, a lot of lightning. Grayson County is quiet at the moment. And the rest of us here in southeastern Oklahoma, Durant, Sherman, Bonham, Atoka, even over to Antlers, Hugo, you are quiet for now. But these storms eventually move in, so you will be seeing storms overnight. It's just going to be a couple of hours away because this line out here, if you want to zoom out, Hunter, will show everyone what's coming with this kind of secondary line. Look how far back this thing back builds. We have severe storms all the way west of Graham. All of this would have some embedded rotation with it, and this is just going to move straight through Texoma tonight and bring everyone a chance for rain. But because of how slow this is moving, this is also going to be bringing a chance for flooding. We've seen at least 2 inches of rain just in Stevens County the last couple of hours. And so folks in the I-35 corridor can easily pick up that much. We have a flood watch through Sunday night. Anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of rain could fall here over the next 24 hours. Just as these storms, and we have more storms on the way tomorrow, both days will be bringing quite a bit of moisture here across Texoma. So that confirmed tornado is still north. That's going to be moving into Oklahoma City. This one for Carter County has not been confirmed on the ground yet, but we do know that there is some pretty decent rotation ongoing with this thunderstorm. Do we have an update coming in, Hunter?
Yes. So the emergency manager from Elmore City, which is located in, I believe, northern Carter County, if I'm not mistaken, or is it, okay, it's further up in towards Murray County, but a report of a tornado on the ground, Highway 9 approaching Cole by a trained spotter.
Okay, Highway 9 approaching Cole is going to be a little farther off to the north of this.
Highway 9.
Highway 9 is going to be up near Norman. Zoom on out a little bit. Are we sure we're not talking about this far northern one? I believe that Cole in that one is probably going to be this one right here.
Elmore City tripped me. Yeah.
Okay, so that one is going to be for this confirmed tornado north. If you do have friends and family up there, just as a reminder, we have multiple storms ongoing in multiple places, but that tornado is now confirmed on the ground. They're moving along Highway 9, but that does not include Carter County. So at this time, we know Carter County does not have a tornado touching the ground from any type of observation that we've seen, and we can punch up that debris tracker and see if we're getting any type of we call it a CC drop. Amber talked about this about a week or two ago when we did our surviving the storm packages. Usually we watch for a drop in this value that shows something else lofted in the atmosphere. So we're going to be looking through this to see if we see that very notable drop. At this time, nothing is just screaming out at me that we have something on the ground, but we are going to be watching this going forwards. It is a little messy. There's, what is that near Paul's Valley? Does that match anything?
Let's see.
Punch up reflectivity because we may have something else that we're dealing with. Okay, we're just going to watch that for now. Make sure we don't have something else. That looks pretty messy.
Yeah.
We're going to have these transient circulations very quickly tonight, moving in and out. But we'll watch that storm closely to make sure we don't have something else tornadic north of that. But right now, the main tornado warning is going to be for Carter County, Fox, Milo. I would say if you're in Milo or Fox or south of this little corner right here, generally your tornado threat has going to be passed because it's going to be north with how quickly this is moving. Let's go ahead and track this out again, Hunter. Put that track on there, moving off to the north at about 35 miles per hour with this cell. But folks, on the due southern edge of this polygon, your tornado potential will be dropping off as that main line continues moving off to the north here. So here's your track: 9:38 p.m. Katy, 9:40 p.m. Brady, 9:45 Renovare Field, Pauls Valley at 9:51. So that's about 20 minutes from now when this would be moving there out of Carter County and into Murray and into Garvin counties. Pauls Valley High School at 9:52, Dancing Rabbit Creek Winery at 9:58. And so that's for that main storm. But let's zoom out and touch base on the other storms. If we still have Alex's shot, Kyle, let's go ahead and punch that up. He's been seeing some lightning shots. You can kind of see where the clouds are with his shot as he is traveling north, keeping an eye on this tornado-warned storm. And then Gainesville to Marietta to Ardmore are also starting to see that increase with storm activity there. So yeah, when we have that shot, here it is. You can see the lightning off in the distance, and with enough lightning strikes, that's going to illuminate what the storm looks like that he's traveling towards. And what we're going to be looking for is anything lower to the ground. It's going to be a little more difficult with trees and clouds there, trying to decipher which is what, but that's what we're going to be watching for as this storm continues moving on through. And it's likely going to be somewhere in here that we're waiting and watching for enough lightning strikes to illuminate those clouds and illuminate that off in the distance. And we might reach out to him, Hunter, and see if he has any update coming in with that particular storm. But right now, Looks like mainly dealing with the clouds. There's not a lot of rain falling. You can see that on the road. He's not in any area with hail, but we are going to be watching for that cell there off to his north, possibly even to his northeast as he continues to travel, and keep a close eye on that. So let's go back to the maps and we'll update you if he says anything else with that. But that main severe storm that was in Tishomingo, that is now moving into southern Pontotoc County. We are getting a little bit of a hook with this that we are going to need to be watching, and these are moving very quickly, and this right here is what I'm concerned about. That just little hook right there possibly may just be a transient circulation, but if you want to go ahead and punch up velocity, Hunter, we can make sure that we don't have anything else with this that is overly yeah, that's what I thought. We have a little bit of a reflectivity value there, velocity value there, that is showing some possible broad rotation. So that would be near Connerville and also Pontotoc, coming out of Johnston County, moving into southern Pontotoc County. This is 377, so this is going to be on the west side of 377 with some broad rotation showing up there. No word yet from the Weather Service, but again, these are going to be very quick moving storms, so we need to watch that one. That's going to be moving into Pontotoc County. Does look like with the recent scan we are starting to see that uptick a little bit. Do we have a shear marker that matches that, Hunter?
Let's one. It seems like our shear data is kind of backed off by a couple of minutes in terms of being overlaid with where the circulation actually is. So maybe here in the next few minutes we'll be able to get that shear marker that was more closer towards the north and west of Connerville. But right now, I mean, even currently we're seeing one little dot there just towards the south, if I can circle it right here. So this will likely continue to track as we get more data towards the north. Mandy. Okay,
so likely just the beginning stages of some possible rotation here. So we'll continue to monitor that, but that would be moving into southern Pontotoc County. So folks in Ada, just keep a close eye on this thunderstorm. It is severe right now for large hail damaging winds, and nothing confirmed as far as tornado on the ground or anything like that. No tornado warning at this time, but we are watching for something more like this, where we have a very consistent shear marker going north. I mentioned those storms might have split. It definitely looks like they have, and now we have two separate updrafts, both with some rotation moving north there, coming out of northern Carter County, and this would be traveling into some of Murray County as well as some of Garvin County going into tonight. It is currently 9:36 p.m. This tornado warning goes until 10 o'clock, but these storms are moving very quickly, and I do suspect that this is going to be moving out of Carter County in due time here, maybe just in the next couple of minutes, and we may need some type of downstream extension with that particular warning. Zoom on out a little bit for me, Hunter. I want to keep a close eye on everything else, both coming in from the south and also coming in from the west, because we do have quite a bit of activity ongoing. And any updates you have coming in, let's go with those.
Alex Spahn, one of our chasers, just texted me. He says he's in Tatum's currently. Nothing new that he is able to give in terms of updates other than that lowering that was apparent when he was back in Hilton. But other than that, there's nothing. I know we have sirens sounding in Hennepin and Davis as a precaution right now from the emergency manager in Murray County. So if you're hearing the sirens, it's a good thing that you are. Hopefully you're in your safe spot. Hopefully it's in a basement. But we are still watching the potential for this storm to produce a tornado here in the next, say, couple of minutes or so, Mandy.
Well, and just as a reminder, when we talk about those outdoor sirens, those are meant to get your attention if you're outdoors. They are not meant for you to be heard indoors. That's why you have multiple ways to receive weather alerts, whether that's a NOAA weather radio or our KTEN weather app or some other way to get that information, because the sirens are used to alert folks that are caught outside when these thunderstorms roll on. And so those again are going to be sounding there for some in Garvin County as this main circulation quickly pushes off to the north and the northeast. We also have more rain building in from Ardmore, so folks in Marietta and Ardmore, you're going to be hearing some thunder, but those storms at this time are not severe. And then we also have this main cell in southern Pontotoc County that we are watching for a little bit of broad rotation. At this time, I'm not seeing embedded rotation with this line, mainly from Duncan to Wichita Falls is where we would be watching for that, because that would be moving into some of our I-35 corridor counties. But we could see some of that taking place heading into the overnight potentially. What are our rainfall rates currently, Hunter? Because I know flooding is going to kind of transition to be a big issue for these overnight hours. How are we looking there?
Let's see. Okay, here we go. Well, they're pretty decent. Let me get a little marker on here. So as of right now, that's south of Ardmore. I guess it's not going to pop up. Okay, let's do this one. 3 inches up towards that where the circulation is, around 2, so at most around 2 to 3 inches of rain per hour, and that's a hefty amount. In just a short amount of time, you could be seeing some flash flooding, especially with how moist our ground has been over the past week. We've received in some places over 2-3 inches, so even more rain on top of this could obviously create some issues on any low-lying areas on the roads. And if you do encounter that, just make sure you're turning around, because you don't want to drown if you do cross a road and that has a lot of water on top of it. Mandy.
Well, and Hunter, we were talking just, a couple weeks ago when we had all that rain falling in Fannin County. We did have several roads get washed out. So you just really never know what the surface underneath that road is going to look like. And so that's something that we need to just remember going into the overnight. If you have flooded roads, you don't know what's underneath that, and you don't want to drive when there's not anything underneath that water, because that'll be bad news for you and also for everyone else on the roads, and that can be avoided. So we want to take the path of least regret when we go forward, and you want to be happy with your decision making in the future and not look back and regret something that you did going forward. Okay, so this main area of rotation right now looks like it's mainly in Murray County, shifting a little east there with that velocity data, moving a bit more northeast than just due north. Hunter's going to pause and circle that. We can also query some of these wind speeds, see just how strong some of these winds coming in though. But if you are in Fox, you're going to be okay. Milo, you're going to be okay with that main circulation now moving north into Murray County. This is going to be just due west of I-35, and we did get word that they are planning on closing down the highway in lieu of getting this storm. It looks like, wow, 95 mile per hour radar estimate winds, 88. So we're getting 80 to 90 mile per hour winds coming into Murray County with this low level rotation. So likely this is maintaining intensity, no real signs of weakening here. We're also taking from the Oklahoma City radar, and so this is going to be level or getting some of those mid levels of the atmosphere, and so possibly could even see some stronger winds with this. Okay, so this warning trimmed back, still goes till 10 o'clock. Hunter, what's the update with the new warning?
They upped hail size on this, upwards of golf ball size hail, in addition to the potential for a tornado. Still radar indicated, so nothing is confirmed. That's good news, but of course the circulation is still there. It's picked up speed, moving north at around 45 miles per hour now, so it's slowly increasing its speed as it continues north. Other than that, no new updates from this. Elmore City, Katy, and Hennepin, you're still located inside of this polygon. Mandy.
Okay, so you mentioned hail size is getting bigger. A lot of times when we see those updrafts getting stronger, you watch the hail size growing. This could be a good indication that this storm is only getting bigger going forwards heading into tonight. And it is moving very quickly here, so we're likely going to need an extension with this warning, I suspect, unless this just completely falls apart. I think we're going to probably end up with a second warning at some point in the future. That does include Pauls Valley there, but you can see that main area of rotation. I think there were two. The one that's on the far left side kind of fell apart, and now we have this one kind of building back on the far east and southeast side of that cell, and that main area of rotation with at least 90 mile per hour winds is getting very close to I-35, likely going to be crossing the highway there right on the Murray County and Garvin County line going forwards. This is going to miss Lake of the Arbuckles, and this is going to miss Sulphur. This is going to be due west of both of those, and then due north and due northeast of Milo, Oklahoma. Here's 177, there's 29, so these are going to be some roads that this could possibly cross in addition to I-35 going over the next, I would say, even 10 to 15 to 20 minutes with this. Any more updates coming in? Have we heard anything from the National Weather Service on what they're planning on doing with this? It looks like it's continuing to increase.
Not as of right now. I do have a couple of reports, though. We had 3-inch in diameter size hail in Fox, that's in Carter County. So 3 inches is the size of an apple. Pretty much you pick up a random apple, a Honeycrisp or whatever, but that's the size of hail that was falling in Fox, very small town there in northern Carter County. Other than that, Garvin County's emergency manager did ask if they're going to extend this warning north. We haven't gotten a response just yet, but this is something we're going to keep an eye on here over the next couple of minutes. Mandy.
Yeah, we were kind of talking about that. There has been signs that this one area of rotation here continues to look stronger with each additional velocity scan that we're getting, and I really would not be surprised if this got extended to go farther north and potentially was coming maybe straight into Pauls Valley heading into tonight. So waiting on that. As far as the hail size, as he mentioned, again, those very strong updrafts, you have to have a very strong updraft strength to continue lofting those large hailstones because they're interacting with gravity, and gravity is going to want to pull those back down to the surface of the earth. So that updraft speed has to be stronger for the larger that these hailstones get. And looks like we have another update coming in, Hunter.
So they're going to tornado warn this circulation right here by Ardmore here very soon. They just put that in our chat, but this right here, I'm going to circle it. That's our circulation that we're going to eye here as we go into the next few minutes before they add the specs on this tornado warning. So people in the back, Olivia or Kyle or Brig, just text Alex and just let him know, and Lincoln and Brianna, of this tornado warning that's going to be coming for Ardmore here very soon.
Okay, so we had, there's the new tornado warning. This is what we were worried about with the tornado potential, how quickly these thunderstorms can really get going and rotate and build tonight. This storm a little bit ago was not as big of a concern, but now here 10-15 minutes later, we've got a very distinct velocity couplet with very strong winds. This is going to be right over Ardmore. So this warning goes until 10:30 p.m. for Carter County, for Murray County. We'll come back to the northern warning here in a second, but I want to zoom in to some of these roads in Carter County. We're going to give you some lead time on this, and we're also going to let you know exactly where this is. So the circulation right now is going to be right over Plainview High School. This is going to be moving north. It may just barely skirt Lone Grove High School. This road right here, this is 70 that's going to come into town. Here's Ardmore proper. There's Mercy Hospital. Down here is Red River, Rose RV Park. We have Brock Baptist Church. This is Foxton Road that's going to go north and south. Here's Mile Road that goes east and west. So anyone from Plainview High School, this is I-35. So this is going to be moving over the high school, probably already is over the high school, and right over I-35 right now with this area of rotation and possible tornado that continues to track. You can see that's moving a bit more to the north. Let's zoom in a little bit more to downtown Ardmore here and get some of these roads. Here's 12th Avenue Northwest. So if you're along any of these roads, you need to be in that tornado precaution, that safe spot right now. You don't have time to mess around with this. This storm is rapidly increasing. So anyone in the polygon and ahead of this main rotation, please get inside away from windows. Here's 199. This is I-35. Here's North Rockford Road. Let's zoom further east here, Hunter. Let's kind of talk some of these roads. Here's downtown Ardmore. This is going to be Stanley Street Southwest. Here's North Commerce Street. There's 77. And then let's zoom on up a little bit more, read out a few more of these roads. Here's Chickasaw Boulevard, Mercy Hospital again, 12th Avenue Northwest, and there is a North Rockford Road. Here's I-35. So anywhere right here, please make sure you're in your safe spot. There's Ardmore High School. Let's zoom on out a little more, give people kind of a good idea of where this is going. Again, as just kind of your starter point, there's I-35. So this polygon is going to include all of I-35, all of Ardmore, Gold Mountain Casino, Hardy Murphy Coliseum. This is going to be Southern Tech. All of these right here are included in the polygon, moving due north. So this is going to be following I-35. Now's a good time if you know friends that are on the road this late at night. I know it's a weekend. Sometimes it's easy for folks to check out, not pay attention to what's going on. Or maybe they thought they were fine after not seeing thunderstorms earlier today. Call your friends if they're in this area. Text them, call them, let them know they're under a tornado warning, and help them out because this thing is definitely getting stronger. And as we also suspected earlier, here's another now tornado warning. Okay, so Ada is going to be included in this, the main center of circulation, southern Pontotoc County. This warning goes until 10:30. Hunter, let's go ahead and read off the specs with this.
Yeah, this couplet is moving very slow and compared to others. North only at 25 miles per hour. So if we do add a little bit of a track on here, and I can change the speed here really quick to 25. And there's the latest scan. How about that? Let's moving up to the north. We got Fitztown at 9:48. That's right over you right now. Fossil Creek Ranch at 9:58. Turning the clock to 10 p.m. by High Hill Church, Wild Rose Place at 10:15. Nearing the Valley View Regional Hospital at 10:17, 10:26 towards Oakman. So if this continues on its current track, it might just slide to the east of Ada. That will certainly be good because obviously Ada is a pretty large population center, Mandy. But
yeah, this may barely skirt on the east side of Ada there, but you are in this polygon, so go ahead and be seeking shelter. This road is 377 and then this is 3, so this will be coming across both of those roads. This is going to come into the east side of Fitztown. Here is Hickory Hill Baptist Church. This is going to be County Road 3600. Here's Garden City. There's County Road 1650. Mary's Barn, Shiloh Ranch, Stonewall Middle and High School is going to be on the northeast edge of this. And then here's County Road 1630. There's Fossil Creek Ranch, Heartland Feed and Fertilize. Again, this is going to be out ahead of the tornado main center of circulation coming into the south and southeast side of Ada. There's High Hill Church, the Dowry Event Center, Lakewood Golf Course. A little harder to read a few of those other towns there right over Ada, but here's some more of these roads. Wild Rose Place and McCall's Chapel School, Woodridge Adult Living Center, Lazy A Ranch Venue, all of those going to be included in this tornado warning. So giving you a little lead time there. The main center of circulation, though, right there over Fitztown on the east side, mainly along and east of 377. Okay, so we have 4 tornado warnings right now. Is that correct, Hunter? Let's zoom on out in case you're just now joining us to kind of get your bearings on what we're looking at. We have several large cities in our area that have these tornado warnings and have these centers of circulation either coming into or right over. And so, okay, looks like just 3 warnings right here, but we are expecting a possible extension for this other warning for Garvin County. So we'll watch how that plays out. But Ardmore and Ada are both under tornado warnings at this time. And these circulations are going to be moving from south to north. Let's punch up reflectivity real quick. And if we can, guys, actually, let's punch up Alex's shot. If that, okay, so he has, trying to see as best we can with the lightning, but it looks like he may have a little bit of a lowering here. We're going to kind of sit and watch this a bit with the lightning. Again, it's after dark, so it's going to be a little more difficult to see. Readjusting there. He may be back going on the road there, but it looks like we had at least possible, there's a big CG strike, possible a lowering with that storm that he's on. He's going to be on the road again there. Starting to see some rain, maybe even some small hail possibly falling where he is. So we'll get an update from him and what he's seeing, but he does have eyes on that cell that's moving through the I-35 corridor here. So zooming on out, all of these are isolated. That's what we're concerned about, especially this one coming into Ada. That has the best environment right now than any of these other ones. These ones from Ardmore up through Sulphur Falls Valley are going to start to be a bit more embedded and eventually going to be combining with the line further off to the north. But that one near Ada, south of Ada, that is isolated. And that is starting to show kind of that classic little hook or that finger there on that. Let's zoom on out a little more, Hunter. I want to make sure everyone in Texas also knows what's going on here. If you're in Cook County, you've got some rain coming. We'll watch those. But Grayson County, Fannin County, Lamar County, you are fine right now. It's overnight that we'll see some more thunderstorms, and then we're still watching these storms out to the west. Okay, updates coming in, Hunter.
So just some housekeeping here. Sirens sounding in Ada. They're sounding in Davis. They are sounding in Sulphur. Make sure you are indoors and in your most safe spot, no matter what building you are in. Just try to get as close to the most interior portion of your home, your apartment, anything like that, as far away from the outside as you possibly can. Law enforcement in Pontotoc County for this one cell saying that there is some lowering with this storm, so that's something we're going to keep a very close eye on as it continues to track dangerously close to Ada. Mandy.
Yeah, let's slow this down a little bit. I want to kind of slowly step through. It looks like it may be going a little bit more west than we'd like it to go. So here's going to be the main center of circulation here, still moving north. But that is going to be very close coming into Ada on the south and southeast side. So again, if you are in Ada, go ahead and seek those tornado precautions. This is the main velocity couplet that we're seeing now, basically due northeast of 377 coming into Hardin City. It does look like with this track, as Hunter's kind of stair-stepping us through, that center of circulation may be taking a slight northeast turn there. So we may just barely skirt by Ada, but it's going to be close depending on how this trends. If it moves due north, or if it tries to lunge out to the northwest, that would come straight into the city. If it turns more to the right, we would see that going a bit more into Cole County there. Okay, looks like we have another tornado warning as well, or at least an update. So Hunter, go with that.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm coming down here so fast is because we have spotter reports, large power flashes in Ardmore. So you never like to hear that whenever there's power flashes. Either it's just very strong winds or we have something going on.
Yeah, power flashes can definitely be caused by strong winds, and we're clearly getting some samples here of now 104 mile per hour winds right there over Ardmore, 115 mile per hour radar estimated winds now right in over Ardmore and Carter County. So this thing is going to be close. I don't think we have confirmation of anything on the ground at this time. Hunter's shaking his head, but this is going to be close. And as you know, it's after dark. It's going to be very difficult to see anything if it is on the ground here. And we have strong winds. So regardless of if there's a tornado or not, you don't want to mess with 115 mile per hour winds. Those cause damage. They can cause straight line wind damage. They're going to toss a bunch of stuff around. So if you are near a window, you need to be heading indoors, get inside, get as many walls between you and the outside as you possibly can. This is going to be the main couplet now on the northeast side there of Mercy Hospital with a 100 mile per hour winds. Maybe seeing a slight drop in how strong some of these are. But if we want to loop this, Hunter, and see kind of the exact track of that main center of velocity, and then we're going to need to put a track on this downstream so folks in northern Carter County can get an eye. It looks like this crossed, basically moved right with and crossed I-35 and came straight through downtown. I don't think we have any reports of this, but if you are watching, whatever you know, what you've heard, we're asking you to stay put. Do not leave your storm shelter. But if you've heard anything or you know anything, if you can let us know, because it does look like this is now a confirmed tornado. Is that true?
I'm currently
we have our polygon set up here when this starts getting darker. That's a tag from the National Weather Service that now confirms that this is active on the ground. Okay, so we know we have a confirmed tornado now that has probably just come through Ardmore, touching down somewhere in the city, and this is going to be traveling off to the north. They're very close to I-35 and Springer Travel Plaza. Okay, an update, Hunter.
Yeah, the Carter County Emergency Manager is saying spotters are reporting a tornado on the ground, Richland Road, west of I-35. I'm unsure where that is located, but I'll try to find it.
You said west of I-35?
West of I-35.
Okay, so that's going to be somewhere over here then if it's on the west side. So that's likely either just touched down or is just crossing. So while you work on finding that, again, if you are just joining us, we do know there is a confirmed tornado on the ground in Ardmore. We are watching winds of at least 115 miles per hour moving through, and this is likely getting very close, if not already, to crossing the highway. So if you know folks that are on I-35 tonight, you need to call them, give them a heads up, make sure they pull off, seek shelter where they can. We're not talking an overpass, okay? That's going to be more dangerous for everybody else on the roads, and especially if you're in the vehicle. But if you see a restaurant, a gas station, something on the side of the highway that you can pull off, go inside, seek shelter, that's going to be your best bet if you are stuck on the highway tonight. But this main area of rotation continues to move on, and this is Richland Road right here, Hunter.
Yep.
Okay, so this is going to be where it touched down right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is, if you want to draw kind of a little icon or a circle or something so we can let folks know, this is where we know the tornado has now touched down. This is Ardmore Dragway. Here's 77, here's 53. Here's Mount Washington Road. We're also seeing very strong winds coming in with the storm this way. That counterclockwise rotation, the low-level winds ingesting all that moisture off to the south and the southeast, bringing that in, and then a touchdown right here. So this tornado is likely going to be coming into Springer Travel Plaza, Ardmore Dragway, crossing I-35 if it hasn't already, and then anyone basically along and east of I-35 now is going to be in the way and in the path of this confirmed tornado as it moves on through. Hunter, let's make this a little bit larger. Yeah. I want to give everyone enough lead time. Let's make that kind of a little larger for the track so we include more folks in this, and you can see that couplet continues to kind of get a little bit larger there with every scan that we're getting. Okay, so Hunter's going to work on that. Go ahead and track that out and read that out.
So we got only two locations, 957 Springer Travel Plaza. It's right now, 10:10 p.m. for the Smoky Valley Volunteer Fire Department. So if you live anywhere in between those two locations, anywhere along I-35 there, please make sure you're inside safe in the most interior portion of your home or any sturdy building. Mandy.
Okay, Hunter, move that track over real quicker, the timeline there in the two box. We're cutting off the time so we can see everyone Move it over a little bit to the farther part of your, there we go.
I see.
Okay, so let's zoom on out and go back to Ada, make sure we're touching base on them because we don't want to forget about everyone. We do know this is a confirmed tornado. We're going to come back to this real quick, but we also want to look and see what's going on here in Pontotoc County. Very distinct velocity structure, velocity couplet there, right over Stonewall Lake, right over Hardin City. This is going to be traveling north and northeast. So Wild Rose Place, Lazy A Ranch Venue, and Pleasant Hill Baptist Church are going to be in the way of this. Let's go ahead and draw another track on this, Hunter. Zoom on out just a little bit so we get a few more folks in here, and we'll track that out. This is going to be to the northeast. Hopefully going to be missing Ada here. That does appear to be how it is, but here's the latest track. 10:02 High Hill Church, Lakewood Golf Course, 10:04 p.m. 10:09 Valley View Regional Hospital, Lazy A Ranch Venue, 10:10 p.m. Oakman at 10:18, Francis Fire Department, 10:24, Cedar Grove Church, time of arrival there at 10:25. Again, that's for Pontotoc County for that center of circulation to be moving off to the northeast at about 35 miles per hour that we're going to be watching with that one, and it does look like that one is rapidly strengthening as well. At this time, we don't have confirmation of that Pontotoc County one being on the ground, but we do for Carter County. So we're going to go back to that one, touch base on that one again, and we'll also zoom on out here, Hunter. We'll just leave up velocity, but I want to zoom on out and make sure we're not missing anything with some of these other thunderstorms. Okay, so that tornado warning, I don't think we've touched base on this one real quick for now Garvin County and some of Murray County. Here's that center of circulation right there. This will come on the east side of Pauls Valley. Read me the specs with that tornado warning, Hunter.
Yep, so this tornado warning going until 10:30 p.m. It says the severe thunderstorm was located 4 miles northwest of Davis, moving north at 30 miles per hour. Golf ball size hail also possible within this, and it just looks like a very broad area of circulation. You're right near Joy. Mandy, if I can get my tool here, it's kind of elongated.
It's not nearly as tight as some of the other ones when we're looking for tornado circulations. The tighter they are, the more that we call it stretching vorticity. Really fancy word to just say that tornado is tightened up, and usually that's when we see them make contact with the ground. So more broad rotation. It has a little bit of ways to go before it gets its act together. It is rotating, but maybe not as imminent on the ground as some of these smaller, tighter circulations. And that's what we've seen with a couple storms today, some of this broad rotation, but we also have storms that have tightened up a bit. Let's punch up the debris tracker, Hunter. I want to go back down south to that Carter County storm, touch base on that one over Ardmore right now, because that one continues to get stronger. It does look like that main center of circulation maybe kind of on the west side. Let's pause this and kind of step this back and just see what we've right there. This drop right here, this is what we look for. Go back a little bit more, Hunter, so we can circle this right there. This we call this a CC drop, that tornado debris tracker. This is detecting more in the atmosphere than just rain. Okay, and we did have confirmation that this was on the ground. So this is going to be where it touched down there west of I-35. Now slowly go forwards in time with this, Hunter, because if this changes, there may be some signs that that has lifted, but we're likely going to see this kind of going up and down a bit with this pulsing up and down with this thunderstorm. It's not nearly as clear there on that scan at 9:55, 9:56, so starting to see maybe another sign there crossing the highway. So this likely has just crossed the highway and is now northeast of Ardmore Regional Park and coming near 53 there. If you want to punch up velocity, we'll be able to confirm this to make sure the couplet is going to be right here. Sure enough, right there. This is going to be where it is. So this has now crossed I-35. This is going to be moving a bit more to the northeast, still very healthy with these winds, and this may just barely skirt Ardmore Municipal Airport. If you're at the airport, I go ahead and just seek shelter. This is way too close to the center of circulation to risk anything. I would go ahead and take those tornado precautions if you are there. Now, if you are in Ardmore proper right now, this main circulation is now going to be to your north. You are still in this polygon. I would go ahead and stay in your tornado shelters, but that main circulation now looks like it's going to be north of main Ardmore and continuing on that northerly and northeasterly track, now east of I-35. Hunter, do you have an update coming in?
Kind of several, so thank you for Olivia and everybody who is also taking calls right now. But Johnston County is reporting houses that are missing roofs, so I'm unsure if that's from just damaging winds, because our tornado warning is obviously from that same cell that was moving through Johnston County is now in Pontotoc County. So unsure, but possible tornado damage according to their EM there in Johnston County.
Is this northern Johnston County? Because this storm would have tracked from Johnston County and moved into southern Pontotoc.
Pace Road near Reagan. So I believe that's
Let's see if we can find that and point out, because we, as Hunter has said, it sounds like we are getting some tornado damage coming in now. Out of Johnston County and moving into Pontotoc County. And we noticed that rotation a little while ago and pointed that out before they even had the tornado warning on this. And so unfortunately it may have occurred even before then, moving on through. So right here is the Tishomingo National Fish Hatchery. Where exactly in here are you looking, Hunter?
Somewhere on Pace Road. Right there.
Okay, so
that's all I have.
This is where we have reports of damage to homes there in Johnston County?
They are missing their roofs now.
Missing roofs. Okay, so this is Pace Road. Here's Mill Creek, Dolomite. There's West Kelly Road. Kerr Scott Ranch at Slippery Falls. This whole area may have just had a tornado move through. Let's zoom on out a little bit. I want to keep an eye on where this was, just kind of in retrospect to this warning or this main rotation. Okay, so this is ways away from this tornado warning now, but we may have just had a possible tornado there touch down in northern Johnston County. Let's go back up to that circulation here, because this is going to be the same circulation that would have caused that damage there. And now they're kind of tightening this warning. So Ada is not included in this. They've been trimmed from the tornado warning, but if I were you, I would go ahead and stay in those tornado precautions. These are moving very quick today. They're pulsing up, putting tornadoes down, coming back up, and we're not going to risk anything with any of this. So go ahead and stay in those tornado shelters. This main center of circulation, I think, will stay to your east if you're in Ada, but let's go ahead and take that path of least regret and stay in those shelters right now as this moves on through. Here's Stonewall Lake. There's Pleasant Hill Baptist Church. Let's zoom on in, Hunter, and get a few more of these road names. If we can zoom on in a little more here, where this center of circulation is going to be crossing. Wild Rose Place. Here's County Road 1560. Again, this is Pontotoc County. County Road 1551. County Road 3610. This is going to be where that center of circulation is going to be crossing ahead of that main velocity couplet that we're seeing on radar right now, moving off to the north at about 35 miles per hour. Let's zoom on out again, show everyone kind of the big picture. We have basically three main areas of rotation. Looks like velocity data is getting a little messed up here.
Yeah. While we're looking at this, we are getting reports, according to the Carter County Emergency Manager, of damage in the Ardmore area. They are unclear what it is as of right now, because their radio traffic is very congested with everything that's going on. But that's some of the things that I have right now. Another one is lowering in Garvin County, east of County Road 1570. So it's most likely for this warning right here. And that's all I have right now, Mandy.
Okay, let's punch up reflectivity again, since this velocity is getting kind of congested. That doesn't look nearly as good, but that is likely going to be right here, where that center of rotation is embedded right here. That's going to be just to the north and northeast of Wynnewood Middle School. Here's Mount Zion Church. Here's Joy, Oklahoma. Here's Crossroads RV Park. This is I-35 right here. So this is going to be east of I-35, traveling to the north and the northeast with that possible lowering there in Garvin County. Let's go a little farther south, back to Ardmore again. Reports of damage coming in from Ardmore from that confirmed tornado. Looks like we do have an update to the warning here, Hunter. So go ahead and tell me what's going on with that.
So they took away that confirmed tag, which is good news. Right now it's still radar indicated. Other than that, that's all I have. They haven't really said much in chat. There is a lot going on in chat right now, but nothing that I can see as of right now.
Okay, I want to point a couple things out that I'm seeing with this storm. And Hunter, if you get the arrow kind of that you can draw here, I want to show a few things. This is going to be the ingest, the air coming into this thunderstorm. You kind of see this curving right here. Everything out ahead of here, it's storm free. We have warm, moist air that this storm is going to be pulling in. And as it pulls in, as you can imagine, we're going to start to see that counterclockwise circulation. So this right here, if there is a tornado, it's going to be right here. This is going to be northern Carter County coming into Murray County, there's going to be the rotation, going to be moving over the Lake of the Arbuckles. You can see Hunter's drawing that here. That's going to be the circulation that we're watching. Then that this did put down a tornado. We do have confirmation of damage. And hopefully this has lifted. Once they take off the confirmed tag, the National Weather Service kind of changes that from their polygon. What that means, they think the tornado is not on the ground at this time. So some signs that this may have lifted after being in contact with the ground, but this may put down another tornado. It's too soon to tell. Ahead of this, in the environment, I was showing you that warm air that this is bringing in. Look what's up north, near Sulphur, up near Pauls Valley. We have other thunderstorms. That's going to be some rain-cooled air. It may not be all that cooler than everything else, but that's going to be something that this updraft is going to have to work against as it moves north. So that may work to kind of slow this storm down, kind of disorganize this thunderstorm as it moves north. But that is going to be something where we're going to need to watch, because it is still being able to pull in this warm, moist air as this storm is going to be rotating, coming out of Carter County and moving into Murray County. Let's go back to this storm in Pontotoc County, unless we have another update coming in. This is what we're looking at. So 1, 2, 3 areas of rotation between Garvin, Carter, Murray, and Pontotoc counties tonight. These storms are all fairly isolated. They're not embedded as part of a main line. They're each their own storm. They each have an identity. And this one specifically, I'm more concerned about than some of the others because of all of this. I pointed out that warm, moist air with this other one. Look how much free roam this storm has to bring in all of that moisture, all of that energy. You can kind of see a little bit of an inflow notch there. This is going to be turning here, hopefully staying east of Ada, but that's going to be coming near Stonewall. And then folks, Byers, Kanawha need to be kind of watching this. This is eventually going to be moving up into Seminole County. And once it moves out of Pontotoc County, that's going to be moving into the Oklahoma City DMA. But we're going to be watching this through Pontotoc County as it continues rotating. Still no signs of this on the ground in Pontotoc, but we did have reports of damage coming out of Johnson County. So possible this either touched down or had some wind damage when it was north of Tishomingo, and then has moved through Fitztown and is now moving there on the east side of Pontotoc County. An update coming in, Hunter.
So from the Pontotoc Emergency Manager, they observed EMS lowering crossing that County Road 1570 and County Road 3590. They did not observe any rotation with that. Of course, it can be hard to observe that since it is dark outside, but that is the one update from this cell, this storm. Another one for the one that is coming out of Carter County from the National Weather Service. Very strong circulation is emerging near Doherty. A tornado may be imminent with this storm. So let me get velocity.
Yeah, let's see if velocity looks better sometime. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be right there. Okay, so just for kind of geographically trying to figure out where you are, this road right here that's going to be due east of that circulation is 177. This yellow road is I-35. So this is going to be between I-35 and between 177. It's right on top of Doherty right now. Lake of the Arbuckles is going to be where it's moving towards. It's going to be moving towards Guy Sandy campgrounds. If you know folks camping this weekend, please call them up here and let them know what's going on. They may be asleep. They may be asleep and not even know what's going on right now. So make sure you let them know. You could really help save their life in this situation. We have the National Recreation Area right there, Arbuckle Cabins. Here's the YMCA Camp Classen. There's Lookout Mountain Ranch. There's Davis High School. So this is all going to be ahead of this main circulation that's moving north, and that's going to be coming there into Murray County and probably skirting Sulphur on the west side, but it's going to be very close when we see that taking place. So here's your timeline with that circulation. Again, this is the one out of Carter County, coming into Murray County, coming into Garvin County. 10:11 p.m. Boulder Springs. 10:13, this is a minute away, if not even before then, Lake of the Arbuckles. 10:18, Lake of the Arbuckles Cabins. 10:20, the Chickasha Cultural Center. 10:22, Sulphur. 10:26, time of arrival there for Sandy Baptist Church. 10:27 p.m. Crazy Horse Municipal is going to be the time of arrival with that. Can we query some of these winds? How strong are these coming in here, Hunter?
They are around 90s, low 90s.
So at least 90 mile per hour winds.
Yeah.
Okay,
still
so
rather
this has
strong.
been about the trend, 90 to 100 mile per hour winds that we've seen with these circulations. So that's strong enough for sure to do damage. We've seen reports already, but at least 90 mile per hour winds coming in there to Murray County out of Carter County. And this would be also coming into the west side of Sulphur as it continues traveling off to the north. But this is right pretty much on the county line there of Carter County, but moving north. It's going to be leaving Carter County. We need to zoom out a little more and make sure that we're touching base on any more storms. Go ahead and loop that for me. Do we have another circulation down south? Right there over Ardmore?
It appears that way. Yeah.
Can you zoom on into this?
Yep.
I want to make sure we don't have another possible problem. Punch up reflectivity for me again real quick, because this may be some broad circulation that we're seeing again traveling straight over Ardmore. Zoom on out a little more. I want to see how this storm looks. It may be embedded in here. We do have a little bit of possibly a notch there. So we're going to watch that. This storm is not severe, but I would say, you know, if this tornado just touched down in Ardmore and you have damage, stay inside. This is not the time to come out and assess the damage just yet. You have got heavy rain. You're going to have lightning with all of these. You're going to want to stay put for now and not venture outside, because we may have more storms on the heels of that main cell. And we do have that secondary line arriving overnight. Let's not forget about that out to the west, where these storms are severe. They haven't moved much, so it's easy to forget about them, but those are going to be arriving overnight and bringing heavy rain and strong winds and possibly another round of tornadoes for the overnight. So we need to be watching that. But again, if you are in Ardmore, we're going to watch possibly some additional broad circulation coming on through there. Those storms not severe. Let's punch up hail tracks, just see what our hail sizes are everywhere. Zoom on out a little bit more for me, Hunter. I just want to keep an eye on all of these storms since we have a lot of moving pieces here. Okay, so we have a little bit of a core coming up into Love County, maybe not too much in Ardmore there, and then some more cores there for Garvin and Pontotoc County. So we'll watch this closely. When we can, let's punch up reflectivity as well, so we can see what radar looks like, what that looks like as these storms continue moving on in. So this has kind of become a little bit more linear right along the I-35 corridor. There are going to be embedded supercells as a possibility kind of in this that we are going to need to be watching and tracking, but it doesn't look like we're getting as many developing out ahead of like Tishomingo, Durant, Atoka. We'll need to watch. We've got a few returns trying to form there. I'm going to keep an eye on that one, but some of these that are coming together in this line, they're going to be working against each other, and eventually this other line is going to catch up. So we're going to have both of them combining, and that's going to give us a lot of rain and a lot of lightning. It also may do some things for the low levels of the atmosphere that we'll have to see if that works in our favor or not. Sometimes it can, sometimes it may not. We are still getting a very notable hook, though, on that Pontotoc County storm, Hunter.
Yes, we are.
Are we getting anything coming in from the National Weather Service? I know you have a lot of information being thrown at you right now.
I just asked them about that circulation over Ardmore, so we'll see what they have to say about that, if they're either going to issue a new tornado warning for that or not. Maybe it's just an embedded circulation, but we'll hear from them here very shortly. Other than that, I don't have anything else. Actually, the storm circulation near Doherty is approaching the Sulphur vicinity, which is where our storm chaser Alex Spahn is moving to right now. He's just in a lot of rain, so we can't see anything. It looks particularly dangerous with a possible tornado, according to the National Weather Service.
Okay, so that would be the larger circulation that we were watching, and this is definitely rapidly tightening up. I mentioned that tightening up earlier. When this gets a little bit tighter together, we're starting to see that spin being stretched in the atmosphere. That's a lot more likely that a tornado is either imminent or it's working towards producing a tornado there. If we want to query some of these wind speeds, I guess my guess is that we would have at least 90 to at least possibly 95 mile per hour radar estimated winds right over Lake of the Arbuckles. There we go. 97 mile per hour radar estimated winds now moving right over the lake. This is going to be with that tornado circulation that the National Weather Service has said is particularly dangerous. No confirmation of anything touching the ground, but this could possibly put a tornado down any moment. And okay, so Hunter is busy working back there, but we continue to see, here's the Chickasaw National Recreation Center right there. Here's Lake of the Arbuckles Cabins. Here's 110. This is I-35, so this is going to be east of I-35. This would likely be moving over 177 north of that Buckhorn RV park and traveling kind of this north and northeasterly direction. If we want to go ahead and put a track on that exact center of circulation here, because this may be moving into Pontotoc County with that northeast track that's going to be coming right into Sulphur and then going into Pontotoc County if it moves more northeast than northwards there, Hunter. Let's go make sure we draw that track all the way into Pontotoc.
There we go.
Okay, go ahead and read that out for me.
So in the next 3 minutes, it is going to be approaching Sulphur Municipal Airport there at 10:22, near Sandy Baptist Church at 10:27, 10:34 for the Oak Grove Community Center, and it's going to be approaching Roth Fire Department at 10:40, Hart by 10:48, and 10:53 there at Van Oss High School, Mandy. And I did get an update from the National Weather Service. They're just going to keep a severe thunderstorm warning on that secondary circulation in Ardmore, but they are seeing signs of increasing rotation, so we'll have to keep an eye on that as well.
Okay, so what we have tonight, those low-level winds, we call them backed. That just means they're situated to the southeast, and the farther back to the southeast you get, the more when those start turning, we're going to see that rotation. So we are watching some broad rotation right over Ardmore right now. If you're there, just go ahead and get in your safe spot. You're not going to regret that. Go ahead, seek inside. I know there's not a tornado warning at this time down south, but you just had one move on through. We're not going to mess around with these rotations tonight. They're ramping up very quickly, and it's possible this storm could intensify very, very fast in the next even 10, 15 minutes. But this polygon coming into Sulphur, likely going to either need to be redrawn or reissued, I think, with this warning downstream. I suspect we'll expect another one of those for some of Murray and probably Pontotoc County, depending on how they draw that. But that is going to be a big issue. It looks like we also have another tornado warning now for northern Pontotoc County. This is going to be that circulation that's moving out of Pontotoc, coming towards Sasakwa. Here's Allen High School. There's Francis Fire Department. There's Byng Fire Department. So if you're in Byng, this is not included in you, but Francis, they're in far northern and northwestern Pontotoc County. You are included in the new warning. And Allen High School, this is going to be the main center of circulation that's moving to the north and the northeast. So that'll be crossing out of Pontotoc County and coming into Seminole County. Sasakwa going to be in the path and the track of that. But zoom on out a little for me, Hunter, because if you're in Ada, here's the circulation. So that is not going to include you, but Ada, you're not done yet, because now we have another tornado warning like I thought was going to happen that now includes Pontotoc County there. So this is going to be that possibly, this thing keeps growing pretty big. This is going to be coming into Sulphur. If you're in Sulphur right now, you need to be inside your safe room, your safe spot, as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Lowest level of your home, your apartment, wherever you are, get down, get in, cover up. That's what the best scenario is for you to do when you are in the path of this possible tornado. And that velocity scan is not helping us, but let's punch up that CC, the debris tracker, see if we have any confirmation of this on the ground here. And let's just loop this back for me real quick, Hunter. I just want to see what we're looking at. Make sure that's not from a hail spike, from something else. Okay, at this time, we are not picking up debris from this. At least not here. We may have something in Garvin County, but that one coming into Sulphur, I don't think that's on the ground at this time, but it's probably very, very close. Oh, this is something we need to watch, and that's going to be coming into Pontotoc County downstream, depending on how this trends. Any updates?
No updates other than the fact that this tornado could be coming very close to the town of Sulphur. I wish the velocity data was a little bit better, but you can still kind of make it out. It's going to be a close call, that's for sure.
Can we punch up shear rate? See what that looks like. That may be the better. Okay, so we're seeing those shear markers really coming up. That's been consistent there, but that's going to be traveling right into Sulphur. Yeah, zoom on out for me a little bit here, Hunter, because we have all of these shear markers. So this one in northern Johnston County started showing that shear marker here, ramped up right on the county line, and now it looks like that storm has cycled, re-intensified. That's why they have that additional warning here. We also still have shear markers coming through Ardmore, now through Sulphur. We also have these traveling from Murray County into Garvin County. There's a lot of rotation in the atmosphere, safe to say, but these are very consistent tracks moving through, and no real signs of these thunderstorms and these tornado warnings and tornado warned storms weakening anytime here. But yeah, this definitely ramped up there in northern Johnston in southern Pontotoc County. That's where we had some of that damage reported coming in there. Okay, Hunter, any updates?
No updates as of right now. Let's put back on our polygons here. We got any flashing ones? We don't. It's just a mess. A lot of tornado warnings here, all for multiple cells that are quickly moving northwards at around 35 miles per hour. A delayed report from the Pontotoc County Emergency Manager. A tornado was observed on the ground near Highway 1 and County Road 1530. So that's what that cell that is now probably crossed in towards and out of.
And when was that? What time was that observed? Is that recent?
A few minutes delayed. They
so
just
a few minutes ago?
Yes.
Okay, so confirmed tornado just a few minutes ago now in northern Pontotoc County. So that's going to be the circulation right over Francis, at Francis Fire Department. And then, yeah, right on the county line. So this is going to be moving out of Pontotoc County, but confirmation that there is a tornado with this storm that traveled there through Pontotoc County. That's also the same storm that put damage down into Johnston County. And yeah, likely having these storms cycling and just kind of putting down tornadoes quickly, cycling, picking back up, getting their act together and doing the same. Looks like at least some straight line winds with that one. We've got a lot of polygons here. So 5 tornado warnings and several severe thunderstorm warnings. Real quick, Hunter, let's take off all of the data and just leave the polygons to make sure. Let's do the opposite there. Take off the velocity and leave the polygons just to make sure we see what's going on, because this is getting busy. Okay, severe thunderstorm warning. This includes Carter County as well as Murray County. What are the specs on that? Let's go ahead and kind of query that and make sure everyone knows what time that goes to, what the threats are for that one. That goes until 11. What are the threats with this one?
It's our basic 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail going to 11 o'clock, and for Carter, Garvin, and Murray counties, just expect some damage to vehicles, maybe some broken tree limbs, if anything, with all these strong winds there. With these storms pushing towards the north pretty quick. Okay,
this is also going to cover up that broad rotation that we've been keeping an eye on. So that storm is now severe. We also have all of these tornado warnings for the main circulations that are going to be coming straight into Sulphur. We also have the tornado warnings there on both sides of Pontotoc County, both west and east Pontotoc County included in tornado warnings. Ada's kind of splitting the gap in the middle here, but you do need to be watching this cell that's going to be tracking straight through Sulphur and moving off to the north and the northeast and then into Garvin County, the east side there, east of I-35. Also watching those thunderstorms with the possibility of those producing a tornado as well as they travel off to the north. Okay, let's zoom on out unless we have Alex's shot. Let's take that real quick, guys. We can show you that. He's at least in a city with some more lights. He's in Sulphur, so when we can, there you go. There's Alex's shot. You can see the rain coming down. He is in Sulphur there. We'll take a minute to see if this can kind of catch back up, but he's at least seeing very heavy rain. I'm not seeing, well, that's not good. Okay, we'll go back to that. I'm not seeing hail in his shot, but at least some of the rain, and we'll keep updating with him to see what he's seeing with that possible tornado that's going to be coming straight into Sulphur and then straight there to Arbuckle Trail Rides, Oak Creek RV Park. Which turnpike is this, Hunter?
I believe that's the Indian Nation Turnpike, if I'm not mistaken. I'll look it up for you.
Okay, let's confirm that. But that's going to be the tornado, possible tornado is going to be riding that up into Pontotoc County. And right here, just on the west side of that circulation, is going to be Sandy Baptist Church. And there's Oak Creek RV Park. Here's East 1670 Road. And then that's going to be an east-west road that circulation. Okay, let's go ahead and show everyone this photo we're getting in. This is from Plainview earlier today of the possible lowering, and this may be the confirmed tornado that went through Ardmore earlier that they did. The National Weather Service did confirm this. So this may possibly be that tornado that moved through town there. You can see both kind of that lowering there in the middle. I don't know if you can punch me above these graphics, Kyle, but if you can. I can show you kind of where we're watching for that main area of rotation. But that would have been earlier today when that tracked through. That is now the circulation that's moving into Sulphur. We have a secondary circulation that we have been watching near Ardmore. No word yet from the National Weather Service on that, but it looks like it's mainly kind of following the path of this other one and continuing to move off to the north. So again, this was over Plainview High School about 9:50 p.m. Thank you, Keith, from sending this one in from your back patio. So that was about 30 minutes ago or so, 30 to 40 minutes when this would have touched down, and that same circulation is now well north of Ardmore. But this is why we're on the air right here, because of these confirmed tornadoes that have moved on through. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to the maps. It looks like we are now confirmed. Is this on the ground?
That is a tornado debris signature right there, Mandy, right over the town of Sulphur.
Okay, so this is right over Sulphur. We do know that there is debris being lofted based on this radar data coming in, that this now is confirmed and on the ground. And when we hear anything from Alex, let me know. But let's track this out, where this is going to be headed, because if this stays on the ground, oh, that's getting worse.
Wow.
Ooh, okay, this is right on top of the city. If you have friends and family in Sulphur, please call them, check up on them, and make sure they're in their safe spots. If you have friends and family north of there in the RV park, anywhere north of this, north of the town of Sulphur right now, we know we have a confirmed tornado that's traveling on through. Is this also a confirmed tornado there on the east side of Joy? We may have two ongoing right now in Murray County there, Hunter.
Let's see.
That looks like a CC drop to me.
Let's look.
We'll have to come back to that, but let's touch
might
base
be
on the
just
Sulphur one still here, because this is going to be where the storm is. It's ingesting that warm air, and it's going to be traveling to the north and the northeast. And right there you can see this is the drop that we're looking for. He's going to track this out, but we know that this is on the ground right now causing damage. Here's the timeline. 10:30 p.m. Oak Creek RV Park, 10:33 Arbuckle Trail Rides, 10:39 Oak Grove Community Center, 10:40 p.m. Dolberg Baptist Church, and 10:44 Prairie View Mission is where this tornado, if it continues on this path, would be tracking through, heading into tonight, going to the north. This is moving northeast about 35 miles per hour, Hunter?
Yes, that's
okay,
correct.
35 miles per hour. Zoom on out for me a little bit. We're going to give everyone else farther north just an idea city-wise where you are. So here is Roth. This is Pontotoc County. Here's Fitzhugh. This, if it travels north, misses you. If it travels northeast, this would be coming very close to you. So anyone from Hickory to Roth to Fitzhugh over to this Oak Grove Community Center, Arbuckle Trail Rides, anyone here is going to be in this path, and this is not letting up. Let's go to velocity. We need to see what that looks like, because this couplet is likely going to be tightening up right over that RV park. Let's query these winds. We probably have at least 100-mile-per-hour winds. See if you can go back a scan.
Yeah.
Go back a scan and see if we can get some of this data coming in. Sometimes the velocity product gets a little messy. If not, we can punch up shear rate. But we're going to see. I would suspect we're going to get at least 90 to 100 mile per hour winds with this. There's 85, 86. Yeah, just go ahead and go to shear rate, Hunter, because that's getting a little contaminated. Sometimes this happens with velocity data, but oh yeah, right there. You can see the shear marker. Zoom on out just a tad for me. We are seeing, zoom on out a little bit more so we lose some of these cities. Okay, so right here coming into Sulphur, here's the weak versus strong. We are starting to see some of those darker colors. If you want to zoom on in a little bit more for me. Some of those colors, they're coming into Sulphur. We want to pause that, Hunter. You see right here coming into Sulphur, we are seeing that rotation really wrapping up, and that has not weakened going forward. So add the polygon back on. We'll show everyone where this is going and who's still included in that. This will include the east side of, the west side of Pontotoc County. The east side of Pontotoc County had a tornado warning earlier. You can see the shear markers with that. That has since moved to the north and the northeast of Ada, but we are watching this coming into potentially anywhere from Sulphur all the way up through the far west side there of Pontotoc County. And I'm going to move over to this real quick while Hunter is working on this, and we're going to kind of loop through a few things. Kyle, if you want to take this other shot over here, and we'll see what everything looks like here. I'm going to zoom on out. You can see all of the lightning with these thunderstorms as they move on through. We have this secondary line that's been building in, and the lightning counts continue to grow with these thunderstorms. Again, this is a confirmed tornado that we know is on the ground at this time. We have that confirmation from the debris signature, checking here from the National Weather Service to see if they have anything new. It looks like possibly 2 tornadoes now on the ground coming into near and just north of Sulphur, Oklahoma. So now confirmation that we have 2 tornadoes that are ongoing right now. We're going to go ahead and zoom back on in here and pull up this debris tracker and kind of see what we're looking at. Give me a second. I'm reading and talking at the same time here. Okay, those are storm reports. Here we go. So this is what we've been watching and watching for. We do have these 2 CC drops right here. I'm going to pause this and circle both of these, kind of show you what it is that we're looking for here. We're going to go ahead and circle these. This is going to be the 2 tornadoes that we know are on the ground right now. So this is number 1, and then this is likely the second one that we are expecting, that we are watching moving on through here. So this would be traveling to the north and the northeast. I'm going to zoom this back out a little more and go ahead and erase that. You can kind of see some of those CC drops right now. Looks like we're getting another update in here. The damage threat tag is now up to considerable with this confirmed tornado that we know is active on the ground. This is going to be for Garvin, Murray, and Pontotoc County. I'm going to expand this. This is going to be considered a particularly dangerous situation that is ongoing. So this is going to be a very large tornado that is active right now, continuing to move on through here. The tornado warning remains until 10:45, and Hunter is going to be back over here. So I'll go ahead and have him step over here. But again, this is going to be a very large and dangerous tornado that we know is on the ground at this time, traveling north, and this is going to be coming into Pontotoc County, causing damage. We know that there is damage. We've had every scan here the last 5+ minutes with damage being lofted with this thunderstorm, and now confirmed 2 tornadoes on the ground. So we have double the damage that could be unfolded by this particular thunderstorm as it moves on through. Hunter, I believe you got some updates coming in here.
A lot of updates. So I got a call from our storm chaser, Alex Spahn. He said the damage is very bad in Sulphur right now. They got hit very bad, and there's a lot of damage. He's okay. He managed to escape through, but Sulphur, it's not good right now. That's what we have so far, Mandy.
When we can we ask him to get a shot up at possibly some of the damage or something ongoing? But we do have confirmation from our storm chaser, Alex Spahn, that there is pretty bad damage in the town of Sulphur with this storm as it moved on through. And the tornado has not lifted. We are not done yet. This debris signature that you see right here is going to be right over the turnpike, and this is going to be traveling near Roth and also between that Oak Grove Community Center and Roth. This is going to be kind of right the swath that this tornado is going to be taking as it moves off to the north. The black polygon you see, that means the damage is considered considerable that this tornado will be causing as it's on the ground. And we also know that there's 2. I believe this is the second one. Have not heard as much information from this one, but we at least know that there is pretty considerable damage caused by this tornado that traveled through Sulphur just moments ago here. Okay, more updates coming in, Hunter.
Nothing that I have so far. Let's see, this was 2 minutes ago. The tornado debris signature is continuing near the Chickasaw Turnpike. West of Hickory, there is going to be a new tornado warning coming out for the circulation near Doherty. This will again approach the Sulphur area.
And either Olivia or Kyle, if we can get someone to reach out to some of these emergency managers, possibly get a phoner of what's going on with some of this information, whether it's Sulphur or also Ardmore that got hit, let me know when we can get that information, or possibly even have Alex call in for a possible phoner as well. One of those options if y'all want to work on that. But this right here is going to be that center of circulation. So let's draw out a ruler tool, Hunter, because this is still active and on the ground. Let's measure how far north this is from Sulphur now. And then we also need to track this out heading into Pontotoc County, because I don't think this is going to be lifting anytime soon. It's now 4 miles north of Sulphur, and it's going to be anywhere from it's right on the county line, pretty much following the turnpike up into Pontotoc County at this time. So hopefully there's no one on this turnpike, or they can close this turnpike. But Hunter is tracking this out. Go ahead and read that track for me, Hunter.
Yep, so it's going to be nearing the Murray County Antique Tractor Show in 2 minutes at 10:39, 10:41 for the Dolberg Baptist Church. Hart at 10:53, same time. Lightning Ridge Church, Van Nuys High School, 10:58 p.m. tonight. Wilson Church at the same time at 10:58. It is moving towards the northeast at 35 miles per hour. Mandy.
Okay, so again, considerable damage being caused by this tornado, remaining active on the ground. This has not lifted. If we want to punch up shear rate and show everyone what we're seeing, those shear markers continue growing, and we are getting in the purple here, which just means this is even stronger than it was coming on through. So that is really continuing to ramp up, and it's continuing to increase. We need to watch and see if this takes more of a north turn and goes over 29, or if this tries to move off to the east and northeast and goes a little bit more of a right turn. Either one it can do. The atmosphere is full of energy, and so it's going to go wherever it wants to tonight with what we're seeing here. And it looks like we're getting a secondary tornado warning now in for a little bit back of that line. This is going to be that circulation that was over Ardmore that we've been watching. This has now ramped up again. All of these are storms that are following on the heels of each other. So this is going to be just to the north of Doherty right now with, again, Lake of the Arbuckles. And if you're in Sulphur, if you just got hit, this is going to follow the exact same path up into where you are right now. So please, if you are in your safe shelter, stay there. If you have friends and family, call them, give them an update. If you're located somewhere else in Texoma and you know folks in the path of this, please call them and make sure and check up on them and make sure that they're okay, because we do know we have a confirmed tornado. We have more possible tornadoes that are going to be evolving and unfolding with this heading into tonight. So that's the secondary circulation. Hunter, when you can, read me the information for this new tornado warning that is not going to include Carter County, but it is going to include Murray County.
Yeah, it goes until 11 p.m. for this tornado that's near Doherty at this time. Man, this is something. I mean, we got this circulation right here, right near the Lake of the Arbuckles, where that same circulation from the one that went into Sulphur just a few minutes ago, it's going right over the same path, and it's going to track very close to Sulphur. So please make sure you are still inside and hunkering down, because it is far from over, as we have multiple circulations making their way through Murray County right now and possibly causing quite a bit of damage. But that is pretty much all I have at the moment. This tornado warning still going through 11 p.m. We got the confirmed tornado warning still in place for that tornado that went straight on through Sulphur, created a lot of damage. It's now just north of the Chickasaw Turnpike, and you can still see, if I take off this warning box, how this circulation is still rather tight right near the Oak Grove Community Center. This thing's still tracking towards the north and east at around 35 miles per hour. The same thing goes for that circulation that is south of Sulphur right now near Doherty. It's still tracking at the same speed, 35 miles per hour to the northeast, eventually heading towards Sulphur, or very near it. Mandy.
Okay, in a second, I may try to call Alex and see if we can get an update here over the air. I'm going to wait for him to give me some more information. But yeah, we have multiple circulations that we're watching. Let's go ahead and punch up the debris tracker again, and we want to add these polygons back on, Hunter, and show everyone what we're watching. But these are going to be on the heels of each other. Let's go back up to that circulation again that was confirmed. Let's move that, because that's going to be coming into Pontotoc County now, still on the ground right here. This CC drop, this tornado debris tracker, this is how we know we still have that tornado not only on the ground, but it's lofting stuff into the atmosphere. The radar sends out a pulse, and it can detect more than just rain. So we know we are getting more than rain in the air. And typically when we see a very tight circle like this, this is for sure going to be a tornado that is actively ongoing. So we need to track this out, because this is now in southwestern Pontotoc County. This may barely skirt by Roth, but we need to zoom on in here, Hunter, and read out these roads, give everyone some lead time so that you can make sure, hopefully you're already in your safe spot, but we're going to try to give you kind of some heads up here. So County Road 1610, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. County Road 3420, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Farther north, here's County Road 3440, that's going to be a north-south road. Again, this tornado is going to be traveling right there if it's not there already. Okay, farther up to the north, Hunter, let's go ahead and pull this. So here's Van Nuys High School. This may very well skirt you. This may come directly in, but Van Nuys High School going to be in the path of this catastrophic tornado. Here's Lightning Ridge Road. Ada's going to be up here, right? Let's zoom on out and give folks an Ada a good idea how far away this is from Ada. Hopefully this was going to stay west of Ada. Here's Ada. You're not currently in the tornado warning, but this extremely dangerous tornado that Hunter just circled is going to be moving north close to Van Nuys High School. And this is 19, so he's kind of drawing the path there that this is going to be taking, likely missing Fitzhugh. But I will say, if this takes a hard right turn, you would be in the path. So if you're in Fitzhugh, go ahead and seek shelter. You're not going to regret that. If you're in Ada, you really need to be monitoring this progress, seeing how this is going. If we can, let's punch up reflectivity. I want to see a big picture of everything, Hunter, to make sure we're not missing any additional thunderstorms. They are kind of following on the heels of each other. There we have another one. This is new too.
This is brand new. They just issued it. I was going to let you know.
Like I said, these are following on the heels of each other. Newly issued tornado warning. This includes Ardmore. Hunter, what do you have?
Right now, this warning is going until around 11:15 for Carter County, but right now the big concern is that the circulation is right over the city of Ardmore, directly right over. So I hope everybody is hunkered down at this time. Any wind speeds coming out of this around 100 miles per hour. So this is far from over. This is tracking straight through town. Hopefully everybody is inside the most interior portion of any building. Here's a new radar scan, new velocity scan. Wind speeds upwards of around, I'm assuming, 100 miles an hour. Yep, they're all moving through 96, 97 miles an hour. This is also tracking towards the north and east at around 35 miles per hour. You're going to be approaching Mercy Hospital, might just skirt by the Gold Mountain Casino, Ardmore High School, right near Refinery Road, eventually Oklahoma Highway 142. If we put a track on this and go more towards the north and east, towards Doherty. Here you go, 10:45 p.m. in 1 minute. Mount Washington School, the Dornick Hills Golf and Country Club at 10:46. Ardmore Dragway at 10:54. The Springer Travel Plaza at around 10:55. Near Crusher at 11:02 and Doherty eventually by 11:06 tonight. Mandy.
Okay, so Hunter, you are here. Amber's on her way in. Okay. We're going to get some backup here with this for the overnight round as well. But yeah, now several tornado warnings on the heels of each other. If you're in Ardmore with these storms continuing to move in, I would just stay in your safe spot. We're not going to risk it tonight. We have a lot of this rotation rapidly increasing, rapidly building. You can see that area of rotation is going to be moving over the same area that was already hit by a confirmed tornado already today. So let's zoom on out a little bit because we don't want to forget. We know we have that confirmed tornado moving into Pontotoc County, and it looks like they just confirmed that one over Ardmore. Okay, so let's zoom back in here. We have another confirmed tornado now over Ardmore. That circulation is going to be right over the city, again following on the heels of all other three tornadic thunderstorms that we've already seen tonight. When we can, Hunter, let's give an update with what we're getting from this. If you are at home and you are in the line of these thunderstorms tonight, you need to be staying in those shelters. I can't reiterate enough how quickly stuff is changing. This is not the time to assess damage. We still have thunderstorms that are moving in tonight with tornado potential, and you can see just track after track after track. We've got this shear rate moving over these populated cities tonight. Hunter, update.
We currently have that confirmed tornado right over the city of Ardmore. I was just trying to text all of our Ardmore reporters. Hopefully they are still inside, but velocity data is bad with the recent scan. So if we go back one, you can still see it's a clear couplet right over the city. This is very concerning, but it's still going to track towards the north and east over the same track that the last one did, and the one before that did, and even the one before that. It's just a train of possible tornadoes. This one is a confirmed tornado on the ground causing damage. It's going to be heading straight for the Ardmore Municipal Airport here very soon. Not really much from the National Weather Service at this time. but they're talking about other tornadoes.
And that's a flash flood warning
that is a flash
now.
Flood warning.
So we're going to be dealing with flooding and tornadoes on top of each other, and that's going to complicate things greatly. With, I know downtown Ardmore has some flooding concerns. We're going to see a lot of water coming in with these training thunderstorms. This is why we have been under a flood watch since yesterday. We are expecting anywhere from 1 to 5 inches of rain to fall tonight, overnight, and into tomorrow. And by the way, just because we're dealing with thunderstorms today, we still have that risk for tomorrow. We'll deal with that when we get there, but I don't want you to think that the overnight is the only issue. We still have a storm chance on the way by tomorrow afternoon. But this is going to be on the east side of I-35 traveling to the north. Do we have any updates with this, Hunter? What's the flash flood warning go until?
That flash flood warning goes until, let's see here, 2:45 in the morning. Oh boy. All right, but upwards of around 2 to 3 inches of rain has already fallen. The expected rainfall rate with this storm is around 4 to 6 inches in 1 hour. This is a lot of rainfall falling in combination with this tornado that is on the ground. It might be rain wrapped with how heavy this rain is coming down, and that is the most dangerous tornado. It is a nocturnal tornado. It is happening at night, and we have it potentially rain wrapped with all of this rain that is falling down at 4 to 6 inches per hour. So you're not going to be able to see it at all. Maybe with a lightning strike, but that's it. You're not going to be able to see it at all. So please make sure you are still indoors, still hunkering down. If you're away from your TV, you have it up at max volume. You can hear my voice. Stay in your closet, stay in your bathroom, stay anywhere except the outdoors. Do not be close to any exterior wall in your home, in your apartment, because this tornado is on the ground. It is causing damage, and it is going to be a long night.
Okay, we are getting word from the Johnston County Emergency Management that there are no injuries west of Reagan. Again, that is Johnston County. No injuries west of Reagan, but that is where we had some roof damage from a possible tornado earlier today. Okay, so confirmed tornadoes still active on the ground, both in Ardmore and in Pontotoc County. We also have that flash flood warning in place. Zoom on out a little bit for me, Hunter. We'll give everyone kind of a good idea. We have what video? Okay, let's go ahead and punch that up. We'll show everyone. This is going to be coming in from Ardmore. Video here off of Indian Hills Road. I suspect this is going to be the tornado that you see by the Best Buy warehouse. Okay, so you can see the edge there, right where the lightning. There's the tornado. Is this current time, Kyle, that's coming in? Okay, 10 minutes ago, here's confirmation of that tornado there in Ardmore. We're going to loop this back again. You can see this is Indian Hills Road, Carter County, Ardmore, with that confirmed tornado. When the lightning strikes this, you're going to be able to see that illuminated there off in the distance right there, making contact with the ground. So that's what's causing damage. This is going to be a decent sized tornado that is traveling through. And we're going to continue to give you this information as we get it on in. Do me a favor, Hunter, let's punch up reflectivity. We have storms everywhere right now, and we're still expecting the line to move on in. How slow this line is moving in means that we still have free reign with these isolated cells, but we are starting to see these getting a little bit more combined. What that can do, it's going to increase our rainfall rates. It's going to rain wrap any potential tornado that you might see with the lightning, but it's also going to mean that we have these embedded supercells that are going to be more difficult to see. It looks like we have another confirmed tornado there still in Pontotoc County. This is going to come close to Ada. We need to zoom in there.
It's that same one.
This is the same one. The couplet is gradually increasing. Still that tornado debris signature on the ground traveling to the north and the northeast. So if you're in Ada, go ahead and seek those tornado precautions. You're not in the polygon, but we're not taking any risks with this today. Hopefully this stays west of you, but this is where it's traveling to the northeast. You can see Hunter kind of slowly looping through there. This has been on the ground now for 20 minutes at least, if almost 30 minutes now that we've seen this confirmed tornado tracking through, and that was the concern today. The Storm Prediction Center earlier, when they issued all of their outlooks earlier in the day, said there was a concern for long track tornadoes, and that is what we are seeing, unfortunately, here on the nocturnal side of things as this is moving on through. So very visible debris drop, CC drop with debris being lofted. This is going to be coming northeast. So let's read out some of these roads ahead of this because we're going to be slightly delayed with that radar pulse, but this is going to come through just to the south and southeast of Van Noss High School. This is going to be crossing Lightning Ridge Road. This is going to be traveling off to the northeast and skirting just the far western side there of Ada Regional Airport. This is going to be missing the LATA Travel Center, but anyone here does need to be paying attention to this because this is going to be moving off to the northeast. We need to go ahead and put a track on that, Hunter, and show everyone downstream what the time of arrival is. Being to Francis, you have some time, but watch this and how it plays on out. If you want to go ahead and read that track for me.
Yeah, it's going to be very close to Van Noss High School here in the next 5 minutes. Monty's Daycare at 11:04. The Incredible Inflatables Fun Center at 11:05. Near BB by 11:08, the same time for the Egypt School at 11:08 p.m. Oklahoma Truck Driving Academy there near Ada at 11:13, and the Bing Fire Department there in far northern Pontotoc County. It will be reaching you potentially by around 11:18 on its current track to the northeast at around 35 miles per hour, but still a very, very clear tornado debris signature. It is still lifting stuff into the air, and it's going to continue to do that as long as the environment remains favorable, possibly going just west of Ada. So it's going to be approaching that Oklahoma 19 corridor there here very soon, possibly Oklahoma, or I should say County Road 3470, County Road 3500, County Road 3490. If you live anywhere near there, please go indoors and stay hunkered down. A new radar scan coming in. It's still there. That's the tornado debris signature. It's not the reds, but it's the greens, the yellows, and the oranges right there. That's where the tornado is currently on the ground and causing damage. Mandy.
Yeah, with that northern and northeasterly track, this is going to be coming a little too close to Van Noss High School. Let's zoom out real quick. I want to draw a line how long this tornado has been on the ground here because it was coming through Sulphur. We're talking miles here, basically from Sulphur at 10:27. That's about almost 30 minutes ago, not quite, and then that's been on the ground now for at least 25 minutes, now coming into Pontotoc County. Maybe some signs of weakening there, but we still have tornadoes farther south. So this has been on the ground 16 miles at least, if not longer, and that's going to be coming very close to Ada. So we're going to watch that. Let's go back down south to Ardmore because they have a confirmed tornado still ongoing on top of a flash flood warning. Let's punch up, the velocity couplet. This will be east of I-35, right over Ardmore Municipal Airport, right over Gene Autry is where this confirmed tornado is right now. Let's go ahead and lead this out with a track, Hunter, because that's going to be moving possibly into Johnson County if this travels a little bit farther east than north. And when you can, let's go ahead and read out that track too.
Yep, near Crusher in the next 5 minutes, 10:59 p.m. Nebo 11:02 p.m. right there with the Nebo School at 11:02 as well. At Central Baptist Church 11:07, the Buckhorn RV Park at 11:10 p.m. State Veterans Hospital there at 11:18, and Sulphur potentially hitting you again at 11:21, and there's the new tornado warning with a confirmed tag on it, stretching, including the town of Sulphur. Mandy. Okay, so Sulphur right on the heels, 2 confirmed tornadoes. Do me a favor, zoom out a little bit because I just want to see who's included in this and who's not. Okay, so Johnston County right now not currently included with this confirmed tornado warning. That warning does go until 11:45, so we're talking almost an hour for this tornado warning, which just goes to show these storms have stayed together once they formed. We have not seen much in terms of weakening as they've been building north, but this is going to be traveling toward the Lake of the Arbuckles, and then again Sulphur. Do me a favor, Hunter, let's draw the ruler tool to see how far away this is. If you're in Sulphur, you need to be staying in your tornado safe place. I know you just got hit
We don't have time to go out and assess for damage right now. You've got to stay where you are because of this second tornado right on the heels of the first tornado. We're talking about 15 miles away to your south. Ardmore is still included in this tornado warning, but the main circulation is now going to be northeast of you, so you can take a big sigh of relief for the moment. We may have more storms building south of you, and you're also going to have some flooding potential, but that main circulation short term is now going to be east and northeast of you as it travels off to the north. Okay, we also have this other tornado warning. I don't think we've touched base on this one, Hunter. This is a radar indicated tornado warning that includes some of Pontotoc County, some of Garvin, and some of Murray County. What are the details on this? Because that can get lost in translation with all of the other warnings ongoing.
Yeah, so this one going for the next 4 minutes. So I imagine the circulation would be close to the end of this polygon. Let's see the information here. So this was last reissued at 10:35. It was a thunderstorm near Doherty, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. I'm not really seeing anything. No real circulation.
We definitely have embedded winds in this at minimum. We can query some of those wind speeds if you'd like, but very strong, at least 60 to 70 mile per hour winds going to be coming in with that, and that likely going to be canceled at 11 o'clock when that warning is set to expire. So hopefully they won't reissue another one for that, but we already have active tornado warnings. We know there's 2 confirmed tornadoes on the ground right now. They're quickly moving to the north at about 35 miles per hour, and unfortunately they're following on the heels of tornadoes from earlier in the day. So Sulphur is in the line of this other tornado. We now have another newly issued tornado warning. Speaking of following in a line, this is working its way south, okay? So out of Cook County, now into Love County, we have this tornado warning newly issued. This is going to include Lake Murray. This is going to include Marietta. This is also going to include for a possible tag for Civils Bend, Hubert Moss Lake there in Cook County. That new warning going until 11:45. Hunter, if you want to read the specs with that.
Yep, so right now this is just a radar indicated tornado warning going until 11:45. It includes you in Marietta. Quarter size hail also possible with this on the weaker side, but still these storms have been quickly increasing in strength as they move towards the north, and honestly just go in a single file line right up I-35. So that's something we're really going to keep an eye on as we head in towards the next, say, several minutes. And the latest from the National Weather Service, just a likely significant tornado in the vicinity of Gene Autry like we were talking before. So they are still eyeing multiple tornadoes here within Carter and Murray counties.
Yeah,
Mandy.
that's going to be right here. Again, east of that, we've got a lot of warm air that these storms are able to pull into that circulation, and that's going to be feeding on that. So this is the circulation right here, right over Ardmore Municipal Airport. I'm afraid to know if this has taken a direct hit from this tornado. We're going to have to check on that, but it looks like the airport may have taken a direct hit from this confirmed tornado. This is also tracked straight through Gene Autry, and this is going to continue moving east and northeast. Folks in far western Johnston County need to be eyeing this evolution going forwards into the overnight. But real quick for me, Hunter, let's zoom on out, punch up reflectivity again, because I need to see what's going on down in Texas. One, to make sure everyone there is good, but this is just kind of like a fire hose. We're just fueling these storms round after round, and we are still seeing this increasing farther south. So this is what we're watching for. I suspect eventually we're going to start to see some more activity forming in Grayson County, so we're going to have to watch that in the next hour, possibly sooner, but we are continuing to see these storms in Cook County forming. They're following I-35 straight up, and they're going tornadic, almost like clockwork with these individual cells. We have a highly sheared environment today, a lot of low-level rotation, and because we were quiet earlier in the day, all of that is available for these storms to tap into. Something called the low-level jet has increased tonight, and what that has done is has given us additional chances for seeing these thunderstorms rotating very quickly tonight as those low-level winds play in the favor of all of these tornadic thunderstorms. Zoom on out just a little bit for me. I want to see this line out to the west. If this does not look as severe as it could be. So we'll monitor that progress, but it looks like short term, this heavy line of rain moving in is mainly just rain, but we're also going to have to watch the lightning because that's going to cause some concerns for the overnight hours. But as you're seeing there north of Abilene, some embedded tornadoes could be possible with the line, but that arrives overnight. Okay, we have another warning of some kind, this one including Johnston County. Let's zoom back on in there. We've just got a whole lot of tornado warnings now today. It looks like now we have a newly issued tornado warning. This is for that confirmed tornado, now includes Johnston County. When you can, Hunter, go ahead and read me the specs on that one.
Yes, I'll read the specs, and then I have multiple reports coming in right now, so I'll cover those as well. This current tornado warning, it's the confirmed tag to 11:45 p.m. Carter, Johnston, Murray counties for the potential for this tornado. It's moving at around, I'm assuming, northeast at 35 miles per hour. Yes, moving north at 35 miles per hour. Looking at the velocity, it's the same one. It's just a recorrection for that as the tornado continues to move towards the north and east right off the Ardmore Municipal Airport. Reports coming in from Sulphur, Woodruff Apartments, they suffered damage from the tornado that went through. Also from the emergency manager there in Murray County, multiple reports of people who were trapped inside of their homes, Mandy.
And that's in Sulphur, that people are trapped inside their homes. Okay, so we have another tornado that's on its way to Sulphur right now in lieu of folks being trapped in their homes at this time. This is a confirmed tornado that likely just moved through Ardmore Municipal Airport. It is traveling north and it's going to be coming very close to Mill Creek. So folks, friends, family in Mill Creek, go ahead and seek those tornado shelter plans, those safety plans. You want to get inside, away from those windows. I know we say this, but we really can't say it enough. You want to get as far down as you can in whatever housing structure you're in, whether that's a home or in an apartment. Get as far down, get as far in, and cover your head because you don't know what type of debris is getting lofted. Okay, we have a photo from Ardmore coming in. Let's show that. This is from Ashley. There's the confirmed tornado. What time was this taken, guys? Okay, so about 20 to 25 minutes ago, there's the confirmed tornado that moved through Ardmore. This was taken off of Valley Ranch Road, and you can see, again, that confirmed tornado that was on the ground there in Ardmore about 20 to 30 minutes ago. So this same circulation is what's now heading again to Sulphur, and this is why we're continuing to be on your screen here as this tornado travels off to the north here across Texoma. Okay, back to the maps. We're going to continue watching that newly issued. Okay, that's the same issued tornado warning, but we do have an update, Hunter.
Yes, the only reason why I'm showing this is because there is a report coming in to the National Weather Service. There is a tornado in progress near I-35 just west of the interstate near the Red River. So, man, that is something we're going to keep looking at here. They haven't put a confirmed tag on there, but the reports are coming in, so they might go confirmed on this here very soon.
Okay, so be a little more specific. This is coming out of Cook County into southern Love County, crossing
yes.
I-35 at this time, confirmed
right
tornado.
Near, just west of the interstate, near the Red River.
Okay, let's zoom on in, because this is going to be coming near Thackerville. You said crossing the Red River? Near
the Red River, yes.
Okay, let's go down a little bit, because this is going to be farther south. There's a shear marker there, maybe there. This is going to be, there's Thackerville, and here's I-35. And as you know, you come in and there's Windstar right after you cross the Red River. So it may be this right here, north of Berry Hill Raceway. We're going to have that shear rate delayed a little bit as the radar sends stuff out and we get it back. But we do know we're getting reports now of a confirmed tornado that is going to be crossing I-35 in Love County. So we're seeing that tornado potential continuing to work its way south all along up and down I-35. We've got confirmed tornadoes tonight. It is 11 o'clock, but Mother Nature doesn't care. We still have plenty of ingredients for these to go for several hours. That tornado watch goes until 3 a.m. for your Sunday morning. Okay, we now have another warning for Ada. Let's read the specs with this one, Hunter.
Yep, so this tornado warning, it does include the city of Ada through 11:30 p.m. Golf ball size hail possible within this storm, but the tornado is the bigger threat. Obviously, all threats are huge, but this is very concerning because it does include a pretty large population center. If we can find velocity and see what we got here.
This is coming straight into Ada.
It is.
Okay, this is moving very quickly. If you are in Ada, you need to be in your safe shelter right now. Let's punch up the shear marker again. That's going to be better than velocity. We have a lot of rotation, and there's going to be 2 tornadoes right now that we're dealing with in Pontotoc County. One is this very strong tornado that has been confirmed now for about 30 minutes. That's going to be coming into Van Nuys High School. We have another tornado that's going to be traveling east-northeast that's either going to very skirt the west side of Ada or come straight into the city. And again, this is showing very strong signs of rotation. You see that right there on our shear marker. This is increasing tonight. This is going to be north of Fitzhugh, traveling to the north and the northeast. Hunter, updates?
The sirens are sounding in Ada, so if you're not by your TV, if you are, you should be, you need to get into your safe place right now. This tornado, possible tornado, is making its way straight into the city of Ada. It's just towards the south and west right now, but it is tracking towards the north and east and will make its way into the city here if it does end up dropping towards the ground. But still, multiple tornadoes here within Pontotoc County. One confirmed tornado warning, the other one only radar indicated but could go confirmed here very soon due to how high this shear rate is. So it's
this
something.
Is ramping up as it's coming in. Okay, let's zoom on in here and touch base on some of these roads, because again, this is going to be the city of Ada that this is going to be traveling right into. Here's County Road 1550. Here's County Road 1563. There's the eccentric Duffer Golf Course, Southern OK Livestock Auction. Here's the Ada Sports Complex, Oak Avenue Baptist Church, Chickasha Travel Stop. There's the Southwest Mini Park. Here's Ada Junior High School. There's the Ada Fire Department. There's Ada right here. Here's ECU. Okay, so this is going to be traveling to ECU. I know finals are getting close. If you have a student there studying, maybe not paying attention weather-wise, please call them, give them a heads up of what's going on, because this is going to be traveling straight into the city of Ada. You can see the shear rate marker continuing to increase. So everyone in Ada, please be seeking shelter. This is not something to mess around with. You need to head indoors, get as low as possible. Make sure you have as many walls between you as the outside. Cover up your head, cover up yourself. If you're getting in the bathtub, make sure it's in an interior room. If that's on an outside wall, that is not going to help you as much as you think. You need to get as farther in to your apartment or your house as you possibly can and protect yourself from possible debris that this tornado may be lofting as it moves on in. Okay, let's zoom on out again. We need to touch base. We have at least 5 tornado warnings right now. We know we have at least 5 tornadoes confirmed right now. Is that true? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we have 5 tornadoes confirmed right now here active in southern Oklahoma. So that one that's crossing I-35 in Love County near Thackerville, that is now confirmed. It's moving to the north and the northeast. We also have this other one confirmed in Ardmore coming into Doherty. That's going to follow into Sulphur, moving off to the north. And then we now know we also have this confirmed tornado coming on the east or on the west side of Ada. That's going to be moving into the city, and then near Van Nuys High School also moving in. The shear rate you see, this whole travel here, that's the spin in the atmosphere. We've got a lot of it tonight, and this continues moving on through. We're also going to be really concerned about the flooding potential going into the overnight. You can see this flash flood warning out to the west because that main line of thunderstorms has not fully pushed through yet. We're going to see a flooding threat increasing overnight when that line moves in. We also have a pretty stout flooding threat both for the city of Ada and for the city of Ardmore right now. Both of those flash flood warnings are out until at least 3 a.m., which would coincide with that tornado watch that still remains until 3 a.m. this morning. Off to the east, if you're in Colgate, Atoka, Durant, you're okay right now, but we are expecting storms to be reaching you later on tonight. Okay, Hunter, an update.
Let's see as I get repositioned here. A lot of information coming in right now with a lot of damage all across the board. But in terms of updates, we have 1, 2, 3 confirmed tornado warnings within Carter and Murray counties. You can come over here, Mandy. We'll get you your banana. There we go. We got 1 confirmed tornado warning in Pontotoc County. Another one that is only radar indicated. It does include the city of Ada. Make sure you are within your safe space right now. Just a lot of shear markers going all over the place right here. All along I-35, we are still watching that Love County storm that has a shear marker in North Texas. It is gradually starting to eventually cross the Red River. In terms of radar, It's going to be bad radar coverage no matter what in this area, so not really seeing much. Shear rate's going to be the best thing that we have, and there is a very small marker that is approaching I-35 there near Marietta and eventually going towards the Love County Airport, McGehee Road, Bowles Church as well. Might even cross I-35 potentially. But in terms of what we know for our confirmed tornadoes, if I can get some CC on here.
That's going to be really messy.
Very cluttered. All right.
Okay, let's not use that right now because that's not going to be helpful. We do know we have 5 confirmed tornadoes active on the ground right now, all up and down I-35. We also have this tornado that's going to be coming straight into the city of Ada. Let's go back to that real quick, Hunter, and kind of touch base on that one. We have the confirmed tornado coming into Van Nuys High School. We now have this tornado with a very strong shear marker right over the city of Ada at this time. As a reminder, please be taking those tornado precautions. You need to be away from windows, as many walls between you as the outside as possible, and as low down as possible. No confirmation that this is on the ground, but I will say with how things have gone today and seeing the shear marker, if it's not on the ground, it's going to be close, and this is going to be tracking right into the main city. We're also seeing another strong shear marker on the north side of Ada. That's going to be moving north and northeast as well. Okay, Hunter, we need to zoom out a little bit, go a little farther south. Okay, so we're going to get an update from Lincoln and Ardmore here momentarily, but we know that sirens are going off in Ardmore. That's where we have 3 confirmed tornado warnings at this time. And then just due south of that, we know we have a tornado crossing I-35 there, coming out of the Red River to Texas and moving into Oklahoma. So that may be near Windstar Casino. We are still waiting on actual confirmation of what mile marker of I-35 that is, but we have several confirmed tornadoes that have been crossing the highway tonight. Let's zoom back into Ardmore real quick. We need to touch base on this. Here's the shear marker coming in. Can we pull up velocity, Hunter, and see where this couplet is? Okay, looks like this is going to be traveling. So this just moved through Ardmore Municipal Airport. We've got a secondary circulation that looks like it's now building again on the south side of the city. It's broad right now. We'll need to watch that. Let's go a little farther north, up north of the airport. This is going to be coming into Mill Creek. This circulation, you can see Hunter kind of looping this through. This is crossed 177 now. This is now going to be coming there into Mill Creek Tree Nursery. Here's Mill Creek High School. This is 1. Here's Hickory. And here we go. We've got another confirmed tornado warning. So this is going to be for that active confirmed tornado on the ground at this time, moving north. And this is the circulation right here. So this just tracked through Bunkin RV Park, and we have our very own Lincoln Revel on the phone. Hey, Lincoln, tell me what's going on. We've had several confirmed tornadoes moving through Ardmore. What do you see? What do you hear where you're at?
Yeah, Mandy, right now we just finished up. We just finished hearing sirens go off for the second time in about the last hour. Both times sirens went off, they only lasted for just a couple minutes. We've had constant rain for the past about 20, 30 minutes. It stopped a little while. It stopped for a good span about an hour ago, but it has since started back up. We've had pretty heavy rain so far for a majority of the night. And like I said, just a couple of sirens for a short span, tornadoes surrounding the city. But here, at least on the south side where I am, we've had no confirmed tornadoes, lots of power surges, lots of outages around this area. And just a lot of rain, a lot of sirens, but so far no tornadoes, at least on the southern side where I'm at.
Okay,
but we have,
news.
Like you said, a lot of confirmed tornadoes around the area. We're keeping a constant eye on radars, also following y'all on a K10 right now, and we're just hunkering down, waiting for the all clear.
Perfect. Well, you're going to have more storms rolling behind you. If you hear any information about injuries or damage, please feel free to let us know. Thank you so much, Lincoln. He's in Ardmore on the south side. We know those tornadoes so far have been confirmed on the north side of the city. We also have another confirmed tornado here coming in. So, Hunter, let's go with the update on that.
So we have a lot of updates coming in right now from the Carter County Emergency Manager. They're receiving a lot of reports of damage all across the place. Lots of power poles, trees down, homes are damaged as well. That is in Ardmore. Another report coming in near Marietta. They just got hit by a tornado a little bit ago. It was at around Let's see here. 11:13, Marietta just got hit. That was the Love County Emergency Manager talking about that. So that is another place that we're going to have to watch out for damage.
Okay, let's
Mandy.
zoom back into Marietta. We haven't talked about them nearly as much, but that shear marker that we've been showing, here is where it is. So this just crossed out of Cook County into southern Love County, crossing over I-35. There's Marietta right along 32. So direct hit from that confirmed tornado, according to the emergency manager, and that is going to be moving to the north and the northeast. Guys, do we have an update? Okay, maybe not. So moving back off to the north, we've got more storms there in Sulphur. They continue watching that tornado traveling north. We have 3 tornado warnings for that confirmed tornado with a very distinct shear marker. If we want to punch up the debris signature, we can show that. And then Hunter's got another update coming in, I suspect, with this Love County storm.
Yes, there it is right there, the tornado debris signature north of Marietta, right on Highway 77 and I-35. Clear as day right there. Let me get my little tool out here so I can circle it. But this is the tornado debris signature causing damage right now. If you are north of Marietta, please go indoors and hunker down because this tornado is on the ground.
Okay,
Mandy.
so this is just crossed I-35. This is due north of the city, but right along 77. Again, here's the Love County Airport. So this is just north of that. And this is going to be moving northeast. So anyone from the Greenville School up to Hickory Shooting, Murray Harbor, Tucker Tower, Lake Murray, folks in Lake Murray, anyone camping out there, this is going to be moving northeast, traveling directly towards Lake Murray as this track takes it off to the northeast. Again, confirmed tornado causing damage, moving across I-35, moving there in Marietta. Let's track this out, Hunter, with that damaged path going to the north and northeast. This is moving about 35 miles per hour?
Yes, it
okay.
is.
So 35 miles per hour. Now, this will now be on the east side of I-35, but it is going to be headed directly towards Lake Murray. So if you have any friends, folks out there, please call them and let them know. Here's that track, the time of arrival with this confirmed tornado in Love County.
Around 11:18 to the Greenville School, Lake Murray at 11:26, and the State Park there at the lake at 11:27 p.m. RC Flying Field at 11:29, the Dukes Forest Campground at 11:32, Province at 11:37, and the Springdale School at 11:38. And an update from the National Weather Service that pretty much confirms this tornado again, that the debris from this tornado is being lofted up to 17,000 feet in the air, 17,000 feet up. So a potentially intense tornado right now is ongoing, Mandy, according to them.
Okay, let's pull up the 3D.
Yep.
We have the 3D scan. Let's show you that 17,000 feet is no joke. This is a large and dangerous and catastrophic tornado that's going to be moving through that has just crossed I-35. So anyone in Love County, please be seeking shelter here as we continue watching this. This storm is going to be at least 40 to 50,000 feet tall. And just kind of to give you an idea, that debris, that's going to be this coming up here. So we're talking, here's 20,000 feet. That's pretty substantial in the atmosphere. That makes basically what that's saying is this is going to be a very strong and violent tornado that's able to loft that damage that high up in the atmosphere. And you can see that 3D scan right there with that storm, at least at 50,000 feet. But the debris core, the debris signature, damage up to 17,000 feet. That is incredibly not what we want to see tonight. Okay, Hunter, let's go back to the maps. Let's continue keeping an eye. We have several confirmed tornadoes active on the ground. I know we had an update of people trapped in their homes at one point. Remind me where that was
Sulphur.
and if we've had any more information coming in with this.
No other information, just a lot of damage videos coming in right now, Mandy, all over Twitter and sending them into news team at KTEN.com.
Okay, yeah, and if wherever you are, if you have damage, please, we're not asking you to leave your shelter. We want you to stay there. But if you want to email us, I believe we have that. We can punch up on the screen. Weather at KTEN.com, news team at KTEN.com. Let us know what you're seeing. There you go, right here. You can send us that information and we can look at that and let everyone else know, because we can't be everywhere at once. And in a day like today, we've got a lot of tornadoes in a lot of places, and we need your help to let us know what's going on exactly at your house. Okay, confirmed tornado still expected here to move over Lake Murray. We talked talked about this coming out of Marietta. This is going to be traveling off to the north. That new warning, barely clipping Ardmore, but this is going to include Carter County. This includes some of Marshall County, but this does not include Medill at this time. Here's some of the roads. There's the old Railway RV Park. Here's Dixon High School, Southern Tech, Dripping Springs, Sunset Beach, RC Flying Field. There's Lake Murray, Tucker Tower, Pickens Church. All of these included in this tornado warning, and this is confirmed. We know this is on the ground, active at this time. It's coming out of Love County. This is moving into Carter County and may clip Marshall County. We're also going to have to watch Johnston County long term to see how this ends up panning on out, but likely going to be moving at least into the far western fringes here. Okay, we do need to touch base on Sulphur. We need to go back to Ada and get an update there. This time it does not look like the tornado up in Ada has been confirmed, but we know this very nasty shear marker has been moving into the city, and that's basically now looks like the strongest shear is due north, closer to Bing, closer to Francis. At this time, we haven't heard reports from Ada if anything is on the ground, but treat it like it is. Take that shelter. And we're going to watch that hopefully quickly moving out of Pontotoc County as sooner than later. But we have more tornadoes here, right here in the heart of Texoma, east of I-35, right over Lake of the Arbuckles from Sulphur down through basically northeast of Ardmore and now right over Lake Murray. That new tornado warning is included in that. Okay, updates, Hunter.
So we're going to have a new tornado warning coming out for circulation near Hickory, north of Mill Creek. It is currently intensifying. I'm assuming it is just an extension. Yep, I'm sure it is. Right there near the north of Mill Creek Tree Nursery, as we were talking about before, Ruse Landing Strip, Hickory there just towards the north of that. That'll most likely extend in towards Pontotoc County. Just waiting for that polygon to be put into our system here. But right now, just keep an eye on things. If you are north of Hickory, there it is, the new tornado warning polygon. It is a radar indicated, not confirmed.
Okay, so this is going to include Ada. This is also going more east than north. So this is going to be a change to what we've seen so far today. The last 3 hours, everything has pretty much gone due north. This is now starting to go due east and due northeast. And what this could mean a couple things. We know the upper level support is going to be arriving and is expected to get stronger by midnight and on. What that's going to do is that line out west, that's going to shove it east. So we're going to start to see these storms tracking more east than more north. That could also ramp up the tornado potential, though, as we get some of that upper level support. That's going to change the direction these storms are moving. So that is going to be something that we have to adapt to heading overnight. So folks in Colgate, Atoka, Durant, who have not yet seen thunderstorms yet, once we get this easterly progression, you're going to start seeing these thunderstorms. The night is young. We are just getting started, unfortunately, with how this is going to play out. We are expecting storms through about 8 a.m. Sunday morning. So newly issued tornado warning. This goes until 11:45. Does include Johnston, Murray, Pontotoc counties. The city of Ada is included in this. This is really messy. This velocity radar. Let's punch up that shear rate. Show that. I think that might be a little clearer. This right here is going to be the circulation. If you want to pause this, Hunter, and we can kind of draw a little arrow or something, but this is going to be the main center of circulation we're watching. That's going to be crossing Highway 1. You can see he circles that. So that's going to be basically east southeast of Sulphur. That's going to be east northeast of Lake of the Arbuckles, and that's going to be traveling at a more eastern track. Hopefully stays south of Ada, but we can't rule this or outrule this going north. So anyone from Ada down to Fitzhugh, it is fair game for this tornado to travel where you are. Right now it is radar confirmed, but we know that it was confirmed active on the ground back out to the west and the southwest. So this could touch down again if it's lifted. We have seen videos. We have heard the reports of damage of several tornadoes. And guys, when we can, if we have some of those other tornado videos, we can kind of loop those through again. Just let me know. But that is why we are concerned about these as they travel in. So again, Ada included with this new tornado warning. Johnson County is also going to be included in that new tornado warning. We have several active confirmed tornadoes ongoing. Let's go back down to this Lake Murray one and the Marietta one. This is mainly an extension, so this should be one tornado with that extension of the line That's going to be coming into Lake Murray if we want to track that out, Hunter.
Yeah, and a report coming out from this tornado there, according to the Love County Emergency Manager, there are reports of overturned vehicles on 35. So that tornado crossed 35. People were traveling on it, and unfortunately, I hope they're all okay, but they probably went through a pretty traumatizing experience. If we track this out, where the shear markers are located, let me get this right here.
And I just want to reiterate while Hunter is doing that, if you know friends and family driving through, this is why we say to call them, because they may not understand what's going on. They may not see the tornadoes. They may think it's just some thunderstorms and they're okay. But if you call them and let them know, hey, halt your plans, slow down, stay where you are, you may save their life from driving directly into a possible nighttime tornado. So anyone who has friends and family out here, please call them. If you're watching on Facebook or something, reach out to them, let them know what's going on, because they might not know. They may know, and that's great. That's what we hope. But you can really help their safety tonight by doing that simple course of action. Tucker Tower, that's going to be south of Lake Murray. Time of arrival 2 minutes. We're 2 minutes away. Lake Murray, we're about 4 minutes away. It's really too late to go anywhere. If that's what your sheltering plan is, you need to shelter where you're at right now. You don't have the time to move. You've got to use the resources you have. Southern Oklahoma Speedway, 11:37 p.m. Ardmore, 11:46 p.m. Mercy Hospital there in Carter County, 11:48 p.m. We're talking about 10 to almost 20 minutes for time of arrival. Gene Autry almost at midnight, and then Ardmore Municipal Airport at midnight. Okay, we're getting in some more video. Oh, wow. What time was this taken? This is a large tornado. And power flashes. Okay, so this was about 11 p.m. Large and damaging tornado there moving through Ardmore. Wow. Valley Ranch Road looking towards Plainview High School. We know that main circulation did pass over Plainview High School. You see all those power flashes. This thing is moving very quickly. Look at that rapid motion around this tornado. This is a very damaging and violent large tornado, and this is never what we want to see occurring in the middle of the night. Look how fast this is moving too. All of that debris that's being lofted in the air. Again, this moving through Ardmore about 20 to 30 minutes ago, and we have received some damage reports coming in. Again, if you have damage, please be safe, but let us know what's going on where you are. If you're in your shelter, stay in your shelter. If you're under a tornado warning, this is not the time to get out and assess for damage. I can't reiterate enough. We've got another line moving through overnight. If you go outside to see what's going on, you're going to see more thunderstorms. It's not done yet. We're still going, and we still have active tornadoes on the ground at this time. Shear markers just getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and unfortunately that is not what we want to see at all. Do we have some updates, Hunter? Looks like we have some updates.
We do. According to Ardmore Police, if anybody is in Ardmore and you are listening, they are asking people to avoid Broadway north of Plainview Road. Power lines are down, streets are impassable, so that's just more confirmation that this tornado caused quite a bit of damage, and it is continuing its track northward with multiple tornadoes now in Murray County. Other than that, that's my only report so far that I have at this time. There was one that just came in from the Love County Emergency Manager. Reports of damage on Timms Road. This is in Marietta. The Valero there got hit. So, of course, you typically see on TVs if gas stations get hit, their awnings are tipped over, they're flown away. So that's just another report that we have right there, Mandy.
When we can, we also need to try to get touch base with Alex. One, make sure he's okay. And two, he talked about he had damage where he was. So we need to see if we can get some information coming in from him with that. Let's go down to the Marietta storm. It looks like that's flashing. We have an update coming in here. Are these two separate storms, or was just this the extension? We've got a lot of polygons in place, and I want to make sure if it's for one storm we're aware, but if we have two tornadoes actively ongoing here, that we are keeping everyone up to date where that is, because Marietta did just get hit. You heard the damage, the Valero. We also know that this storm is going to be moving straight into Lake Murray at Tucker Tower, moving off to the northeast there in South eastern Carter County. We have damage in Ardmore, as you heard from Hunter, and we're also going to be watching these storms continuing to track off to the northeast. Do we know if this is 2 or 1?
This is from the same system, the same tornado that has been tracking up from the Red River all the way into, and right now is over Lake Murray. It's moving north at 35 miles per hour, and it's going to keep on going north and northeast in towards Carter County. Looks like it will be missing Ardmore. That is very good news, but still Dripping Springs just towards the east of Ardmore. You are under the gun right now in Highway 70.
Yeah, so this is going to be crossing Lake Murray. This is going to be crossing 70. This is I-35. You don't want to be there either. There's Ardmore. So if you're trying to kind of get an idea where things are, we've got Lake Murray. That's where the tornado's at right now. Here's Ardmore. Here's Dripping Springs. This particular tornado should stay on the east side of Ardmore there into southeastern Carter County. It's going to be traveling north and northeast. So folks in Marshall County, this will likely miss you and may clip the northern edge here, but I think it may end up traveling into Johnston County long term. So we need to keep a close eye on this. This thing just keeps getting stronger and stronger. That video we showed you of Ardmore, what that tornado looked like, you can expect a lot of these tornadoes to look like that tonight. These are going to be strong, very strong tornadoes that are going to be actively on the ground causing damage, because that's how the environment is. This is not going to be letting up anytime soon. And unfortunately, it looks like Lake Murray is taking a direct hit. Hopefully we don't have folks camping out there, but if you know people out there, please give them a call and let them know what's going on. Do me a favor real quick, Hunter. Let's zoom out. I need to look at our Texas counties, see what we've got going on here, make sure we don't have additional storms that are possibly going to be tornadic. It looks like some rain. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and play that video again that we have. Again, this was this tornado, violent tornado causing damage in Ardmore. We've been advised that Broadway has power lines down. You see power flashes here. This was from Valley Ranch Road. Looking out that way, you can see the motion, how quickly this tornado is moving. This was on the ground about 20 minutes ago in Ardmore. Okay, so this is now going to be north of the city and traveling towards Sulphur. But this is what's coming, and this is why you need to take shelter when we're talking about these thunderstorms. This is an incredibly damaging tornado. There's going to be a lot of damage when folks wake up tomorrow just with daylight. And unfortunately, this is what we're seeing tonight with these tornadoes. Okay, we have some more video coming in, or into video. Sorry, I misheard you. Let's go ahead and go back to the maps, show everyone what we're looking at right now. Looks like we may have an update with this. I know velocity is a little messy, Hunter, but what do you have here for us?
It looks like this couplet will be tracking possibly straight into the town of Dixon. If you are anywhere along Highway 177, excuse me, US 177 exiting Ardmore towards the east into Carter County, and this is Johnston County, please, if you know anyone along this road, make sure they are taking shelter. This is quickly moving to that location. And another update for Sulphur, to the east side of Sulphur right now, officials are asking for search and rescue teams to be coming towards Sulphur, because I'm assuming people are trapped. Mandy.
Okay. Let's go back up to the Sulphur one. We know that tornado is confirmed. Let's take off velocity, put up either CC or reflectivity, something a little less messy. See if we can get a CC drop here. I'm not seeing anything here. Let's zoom out a little bit. We had one there. So that's the confirmed tornado. That may have lifted. We're going to have to watch this. This may cycle again in Pontotoc County and keep going. We'll have to watch that, but momentarily it's possible that that tornado may have lifted, and we're going to watch that and see if that remains the case. But I'm not seeing a giant CC drop like we were seeing before. We are seeing one, however, over now northeast of Lake Murray. So this tornado just traveled right over the lake. And this is still in Carter County. This is going to be clipping Marshall County right here and coming into Johnston County. Okay, this is traveling northeast. So if you're in Tishomingo, you need to be watching this, because this may be heading straight towards Tishomingo if this keeps on that easterly path. Let's track this out, Hunter. Again, this is a confirmed tornado that's going to be moving into Johnston County today, and we already know it's been producing damage, and so we're going to put a track on this going forward. Let's go more east. Let's go more east northeast with this, because a little bit more east, because these are starting to get picked up by the upper level support. 11:36 p.m. Faith Family Church bomb at 11:43. Goddard Ranch at 11:48 p.m. Mill Creek Limestone 11:57. Mill Creek High School at 12:03 a.m. Connorville at 12:17, and Pontotoc, Oklahoma at 12:21 a.m. I know we're getting late into the overnight here. These storms are not going to stop, okay? We're not going to lose the energy. We're going to hold on to this tornado potential to at least 3 or 4 a.m., if not longer, okay? We have several hours left to go on this, unfortunately, so don't think this is going to be stopping anytime soon. We have a lot of energy left that these are going to use. So this is still confirmed on the ground. This is going to be crossing 199. Hunter, let's zoom in more, read off some of these roads if you can. This is going to be coming straight into Dixon, probably crossing 177 right now. So read off some of these roads for me, Hunter.
Yeah, it's right near the Redneck Off-Road Haven. There's your newest radar scan. It's right near Old Railway RV Park. Dixon High School, that'll be getting here pretty soon. Oklahoma 199. Going towards the east-northeast, Mallard Road, Portland Street. You got South Lone Cedar Road near the stables, Washita Farms, even out towards West Greasy Bend Road, Mansville. You can possibly be in the track of this tornado. Make sure you were hunkering down. South Union Street. You can zoom in a little bit more. We got Huey Lane, South Lone Cedar Road, South Greasy Bend Loop, Dalb Ranch Road, Landmark Road, Baum Road, anywhere near Dixon and Mansville. That is where this tornado is going to be tracking here very soon. Hunker down right now.
Yeah, traveling off to the northeast, east-northeast, going to be moving into Johnston County. What is this right here?
Whoa.
What is that?
Might just be...
Okay, punch up reflectivity real quick, because we may be okay. That may just be no rain.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's what we want to see. Okay, that's good. Okay, zoom on out real quick. We still have several confirmed tornadoes. Let's go back to Ada. They are under a tornado warning still. We have no confirmation that this is on the ground yet. There was some signs that one was, but it looks like that debris signature may have lifted, so we may not be seeing something in contact with the ground. But this tornado warning will continue for Ada, and we're watching the flooding. We're getting a lot of flooding coming into the city of Ada. There into the west side of Pontotoc County. We're getting flooding back through Sulphur, Lake of the Arbuckle, so we're dealing with both flash flooding and tornadoes, confirmed tornadoes at the same time. That's going to cause problems, especially in low-lying areas. We're going to see some big issues with that going forward. What time does this tornado warning go until, Hunter, for Ada?
It goes until 11:45 p.m.
Okay, so we'll wait and see if we get any more updates coming with this one, if that's going to be expired right at 11:45, or if we're going to get a downstream warning with that. If we want to punch up shear rate, we'll see where some of these circulations are, and you may have to limit the time on this, Hunter, because at this point they're moving over the same area. It's really hard to tell what is what. If we can go back maybe the last 10, 15, 20 minutes with some of these shear rate tracks, that may help us. The historical tracks is probably what's getting in the way a little bit. So we'll see, maybe not so much, but okay, we're going to be watching this coming straight into Ada. This is going to be where the circulation is right here. We want to punch up velocity. This should match from what I'm seeing with that shear rate product. Yeah, looks like possibly somewhere right here. This is getting a little contaminated. Sometimes we have problems with the data. Nothing we can really do about that on our end, but right here is going to be that circulation. So south side of Ada is where this is coming in. We're going to have some embedded winds as well, at least 60 to 70 mile per hour straight line winds in addition to a possible tornado coming in there. Let's go farther south. What time do all of those tornado warnings go until? I feel like these have stayed here.
So we got the Sulphur one right now, the most north one, only in Moore County until midnight. The one that is kind of to the east here, the other confirmed one, 11:45, and then The more west one, 11:45.
Okay, so come 11:45, we should clear up some of these polygons. That should make things a little bit easier to read. Basically, the main circulation is going to be right here that we're watching. And then we also now looks like another confirmed tornado now issued. So this is all the same spot, all of these polygons. 12:15, the new tornado warning. This is going to include Johnson County, as we were worried about. It does include some of Marshall County, but it does not include Medill. If you're in Medill right now, there are not storms where you are. That doesn't mean you're in the clear overnight. It just means short term. There are not currently storms over Medill, but this is going to include a little sliver of northwestern Medill. This is including most of Johnston County. It does not include Tishomingo at this time, but this is the area of circulation that we know confirmation we have a tornado active on the ground right now. That's what these darker polygons mean, that we have confirmation that this is touching down, and this is going to be right here at the Marshall County, the Carter County, the Johnston County line, traveling to the north and the northeast. So when we can, let's go ahead and put a track on this, Hunter. Let's time it out and read me any specs we have with this tornado warning.
All right, so this tornado warning going until 12:15. This tornado and the whole system itself is moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. The track on it is right here. We have it at 11:44 going towards the stables at Washita Farms, Goddard Ranch at 11:53. Turning the clock towards Sunday, 12:01 a.m., Mill Creek Limestone, the Mill Creek High School at 12:06. The same thing for the Mill Creek School, 12:21 at Blue Church and Connerville by around 12:22. I know we're talking about this right now, but we have more reports. So this is from Sulphur. A lot of reports coming from Sulphur. The Artisan Hotel there in Sulphur is on fire. The snack shack has collapsed with one person inside. Mandy.
Okay, so people continue to be trapped tonight in Sulphur. We're going to work on getting more information with that, but unfortunately, if you're in Sulphur, you are still in the line with all of these thunderstorms. We have several active tornado warnings still in place here. Come 11:45, this should clean up a little bit, but you can see we have at least 5 or 6 polygons right over here, and it just looks messy. Okay, let's punch up reflectivity, see if we can kind of help get a good picture. If we have tornadoes, they're embedded. We know we have tornadoes, and they are rain wrapped, and they're going to be somewhere between Sulphur and Lake Murray. Ardmore right now is seeing some lighter rain. I-35. Okay, so our reporter Lincoln Revel is reporting the south side of Ardmore is completely without power. His block is without power. Okay, so we're going to be keeping an eye on that. A lot of folks I know without power here for tonight. Flooding continues to be a concern. Zoom on out a little bit more for me, Hunter. We're going to give everyone a big picture here. We have a little notch in this. This is becoming a bit of a messy line, but this right here, this concerns me. This is going to be with that confirmed tornado. Zoom on in there for me, Hunter. This is going to be an inflow notch. It's going to be pulling all this warm, moist air into this storm. You can see the arrow drawn there. This is going to be where the turning is. This is the tornado. It's going to be right here. We know this is confirmed on the ground right now. This is going to be a large and damaging tornado that's traveling off to the northeast. This may skirt past Tishomingo, but this is coming into Johnston County tonight. It's missing Medill, but we are seeing a very healthy inflow with this thunderstorm, and this right here is going to be that main area of rotation. So this is now to the north and northeast of Lake Murray. And let's draw a ruler tool here, Hunter, because this is only a couple miles, I think, maybe 10 to 20 miles away. About 13 miles away from Tishomingo. So if this takes a hard right, this is going to be moving straight into Tishomingo. If this stays on the northerly and northeasterly track, it's going to miss the city, but come into Mill Creek and other folks there in Johnston County. Let's do another track on this, Hunter. I want to make sure we're continuing to give folks an update with this lead time with how things are trending. You can see that velocity couplet is right here. This is really messy. That's just really messy, but this is the velocity couplet traveling to the northeast. When you can, let's go ahead and read that track out.
Yeah, so right now it is directly over the stables at Washita Farms, Goddard Ranch at 11:51. As we go in towards Sunday, Mill Creek Limestone, you're going to be under the potential threat for this tornado. 12:05 for Mill Creek High School near Connerville at 12:21. The Sunshine Church at 12:29 and Hickory Hill Baptist Church at 12:34. And we do have a newly issued tornado warning this extends way down near the Red River, so we might have another circulation moving in here from Texas. I'm not really seeing much, so I guess our shear rate will have to be picked up on that in just a little bit.
For which one? This is a new warning?
Yeah, for Marietta.
Okay, pull up reflectivity for me. Okay, so these are going to be the same cells moving in. This is what we've seen all day today. They just move in from the south. So far in Texas, they've not gone tornadic in Texas, but they move north of the Red River, and it's like clockwork. They're just going tornadic. So, okay, we have this newly issued tornado warning. This old one, why is that there? Is that that's been there for, it seems, way too long.
Let's see when it expires. So it's expiring.
Okay, so that should expire here soon. So that'll clear up that a little bit too. But okay, so newly issued tornado warning. This again includes Lake Murray. This is going to include Marietta. This is going to be for the same areas that already have this active tornado. So we have one tornado moving into Johnson County. We have another tornado on the heels right over I-35 that's going to be traveling to the north and the northeast there, and a lot of heavy rainfall. This is starting to get real. It was already messy, but this is starting to get incredibly messy. This is going to be all rain wrapped. You're not going to be able to see what's happening. Do we have, these are all just tornado warnings. We don't have any hail with these, right? We don't, because I don't think we have any severe thunderstorm warnings either.
Upwards of $50, maybe golf balls, but that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hail cores seem to not be as much of an issue as the tornado threat short term, but yeah, embedded circulation. So let's zoom back on in to I-35. There's this newly issued tornado warning. This again includes Lake Murray, but this is going to be crossing right over I-35, going to be hitting the Greenville School if this touches down, moving again to Tugger Tower, Lake Murray, Murray Harbor. And we have a video coming in, Kings Road. We're going to get that in Ardmore, okay, so we're working on that Ardmore video. This is going to be looking off to the southeast from Robert. Thanks so much for sending this in. The tornado is likely right here. How often, when was this taken, guys? Okay, so this was around 11:10. Right here is the tornado. You can see it illuminating with the lightning, but it's right here is that tornado. And yeah, this was about 35 minutes ago when that was taken, but there's that tornado that moved through Ardmore again earlier today. We've seen at least 3 to 4 tornadoes now move through Ardmore. We've seen a lot of tornadoes headed through Doherty, through Sulphur. They've moved into Pontotoc County, and right now we're going to continue to keep a close eye on these as they move on through. Right there looks like that's a tornado. Right there.
Yep. Right there.
Okay, so that's the confirmed tornado. We have the CC drop. We have the debris signature. This is, again, we believe that Ardmore Municipal Airport has already been hit once tonight. This is going to be probably staying mainly east of that, but traveling off to the east and the northeast there. Let's put a track on that, and then when y'all can, if Amber, you want to switch out with Hunter, we'll have him go to more some of the damage reports and stuff coming in with that. What's up in Pontotoc County? Go up there real quick for me, Hunter. Is this another CC drop? Do we have another tornado?
Possibly.
Can you pull up velocity? May be messy, but let's see what we can get to confirm. That's not helpful.
Hardin City.
Pull up reflectivity again real quick for me. We may have another confirmed tornado here. There's a little bit of an inflow notch. We're going to have to watch this. I think this may be another TDS or a tornado debris signature. Zoom on out again. I want to see what polygons we have where. Okay, so that. Okay, so north side of Ardmore we know is also without power. Safe to say most of these folks are going to be without power today. It looks like Ada at this time is not under a tornado warning. Those other ones have been canceled. The main tornado warnings are extending from Marietta through Ardmore, basically west of Tishomingo, coming through Sulphur, and then very southern Pontotoc County. It's the swath right here from the Red River, basically to southern Pontotoc County, that we're seeing this line of thunderstorms moving through, producing tornadoes. Now we are going to be seeing, if you're in Ardmore, you're going to start to see some very heavy rain moving slowly over the next, I would say, 1 to 2 hours because of how slow this line is moving. This out here is not severe. It could produce tornadoes. It's severe out west near Graham. That's going to be several hours before that moves on in. But we're going to see this line moving in, taking place. We can have some embedded tornadoes along this line as it pushes through. Right now, the biggest tornado threat is these isolated cells ahead of the line, because those are largely undisturbed by the line. Once you commit to the line, you're kind of stuck in there, and it's going to be still a chance for tornadoes, but they're probably not going to be nearly as strong and violent as we've been seeing so far tonight. But this is what's coming. This is that overnight round that we've been warning about that we're seeing materialize. So heavy rainfall is going to be moving into Ardmore. You're already without power. You're going to get more rain coming on through. Okay, any updates?
Yes, so that tornado is continuing southeast of Gene Autry, and with their radar operator there in National Weather Service, the Norman office, they believe there's a new tornado that could be emerging east of the previous tornado that is northwest of Mansville. So that was right near Dixon. And our shear
Mansville
rates,
should be Johnson County.
Yeah, it's going to be right there.
Chris, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us tonight. We're live on the air tracking these tornadoes. Tell me what you're seeing here in Carter County. For those at home, we have the Carter County Emergency Manager, Chris Bryant, on the phone with us. Chris.
Actually, I'm the Carter County Sheriff, not the
Sheriff,
Emergency
sorry.
Manager.
Okay, Carter County
Yes, ma'am.
Sheriff Chris Bryant, sorry about that. We have you on the phone. Tell us what you've seen. I know we've heard a lot of damage coming in from Ardmore.
Well, we've had a neighborhood that was significantly damaged by wind and rain, got several trees down. We do have emergency personnel out looking, checking on people and making sure structures are okay. But we still have these several bands coming in behind it, so everybody is taking emergency precautions.
And what kind of damage have you seen or heard about so far?
Well, what we've had is we've had some houses damaged. We've had some structures damaged. So, and significant amount of trees down. So, yes, ma'am.
And where would you say that damage is confined? I know we've had several rounds. Is it north side, south side? What part of Ardmore are we talking?
It's going to be kind of the central north area, or not central, I'm sorry, central south central area, around the Plainview area.
And what about injuries? Have we heard anything about that? Fatalities?
Have not heard of injuries, thank God. So we are checking and double checking with things and people and trying to make sure that everybody is safe. And we continue to watch the storms, and thank you all very much for reporting on it and keeping us aware of what's up in front of us.
Well, thank you so much. Again, that's the Carter County Sheriff, Chris Bryant. He's there in Ardmore, and he'll, I'm sure, continue to send us some updates as he has them. As you've heard, we're not done with storms yet. We're still going. There is a flash flood warning. They're still in place for Ardmore. We also have about half the city under a current tornado warning. That so far, at least the new warning, has not been confirmed. We know there is an active tornado now moving near Mansville and then into Johnson County. So this is going to be the west side of the county. Here's the inflow notch. The tornado is going to be back about right here. We want to go ahead and zoom on in there, Hunter, show everyone that velocity signature that we're watching. It's going to be right here. I know this is very messy, but right there is going to be the velocity signature. So this is north of the stables at Washita Farms. Some of these roads, okay, this is going to be due east of Ardmore Municipal Airport. Here's Seven Sisters Hills Road. It's going to be a bit east of that. Zoom on out a little bit more for me, Hunter, and we can also look north some at this. Zoom back in. Sorry, I need to see some of these roads and cities as we can. Here's Daub Ranch Road. There's West Amos Conley Road. Here's Mill Creek Limestone. This is going to be traveling through there. Here's Pennington Creek Hunting Club. There's the Tishomingo National Fish Hatchery. This is where we had some damage reported earlier, okay? So this storm is going to be basically on the heels of where we also had reports of, I believe it was roofs damaged from that initial storm earlier today. So this is going to be on the heels. There's Mill Creek High School. This is main area of circulation. Now what we've heard is a confirmed tornado on the ground is going to be traveling through there right now. Any updates, guys?
From the Carter County Emergency Manager, he is saying all of Ardmore is without power right now. The Emergency Management Office is currently running on battery backup, but they will likely not be able to communicate much longer as soon as they lose power. Another thing is right near the Love-Carter County line. There is a strong indication of a tornado, so it's pretty much right over Lake Murray. So you can see that very strong kind of rotation right here. And if I can get a query on the winds, they are still upwards of 90 to even 100 miles per hour, Mandy.
Yeah, and we're getting some video in. This is about 2 hours old, but we can show you kind of what has moved on through. This is coming in from Doug Drace from Ardmore. And we're going to watch this for a second and see if we have either some damage or possible sighting. And near the Bus Buy warehouse is where this is. Again, this is about 2 hours old.
Tornado on the ground. Yeah, you can see the tornado in the center of the screen. There you go.
Right there.
Yep.
Is where he's talking. Again, this was about 2 hours ago coming into Ardmore. You can see, look how big that is right there with the lightning. Power flash, there you go, right there. So this is what has traveled through Ardmore, largely why many of you have been without power, but that very large tornado, we've seen several of them move on through so far today. Okay, so shear marker still there. That is quickly traveling north and the northeast. Zoom on out a little bit more for me. I want to see where we're at with these thunderstorms. It looks like we have this main cell that's continuing this northeasterly track. Hopefully this pushes east a little bit, kind of gives some folks a break, but we also don't want it to move into more folks. We don't want more damage. Unfortunately, it does look like it's kind of moving on this easterly path heading into tonight. We've got a lot of spin along the line. You can see even through Pontotoc County, we're getting some of these shear markers. We may start trending towards, instead of this embedded supercell threat with these supercell tornadoes, this may trend more to what we call QLCS tornado threat, or quasi-linear convective system. A lot of words that basically means brief spin up tornadoes could be embedded with the leaning line as it moves on through, because we have a lot of shear, so it's not going to take much when that line moves in to really get some more stuff going. So we may be transitioning more towards that. A little early to tell, but we're not completely done with that embedded supercell threat. That is still actively ongoing here, and we have the confirmed tornado tag on these warnings there into Johnston County. Any more updates, damage, anything, Hunter?
So one update, I'm going to take the polygons off here real quick. So you could see that one track going straight through Ardmore with the blues right there. That continues onward, but you have this new kind of shear marker that's starting to show up in far western Johnston County. That is a potentially new tornado that could be spinning up here and reaching the ground. So I'm assuming that's why they are keeping this confirmed tornado tag warning on, going all the way through Johnston County, portions of Carter, Murray, and eventually Pontotoc County. That's pretty much all I have from the National Weather Service right now.
And that one is going to be the Mansville one, correct? That we were talking about? I believe that's going to be close to Mansville. Okay, so let's put a track on this, go northeast. Anything behind it isn't necessarily in the clear, but right now it seems like it's this main one swath that we're watching going forwards heading into tonight. Let's go ahead and read this out. Goddard Ranch at midnight. Mill Creek Limestone there at 12:09, so 9 minutes after midnight. 12:14 Mill Creek High School. This is time of arrival again for this tornado to push on through. Pennington Church at 12:15. Pontotoc at 12:34 a.m. McLish School at 12:45, and then Shiloh Ranch there at 12:47 a.m. So this is, if this tornado is on the ground, this is the time of arrival going forwards. What we're looking for, you notice the shear markers everywhere, very messy. Obviously, we've had several tornadoes cross over the same spot. We're hoping this stays on the weak side. It's still a problem when it's weak, but we don't want it on the strong side. So we are going to be watching that shear marker. You see the new shear marker there, maybe making a little bit more of a northerly trend. Still on the weak side. We're looking for not the blues. We don't want the purples. That's going to be showing some stronger indications of rotation ramping up with this as these storms move on through. So the latest scans, we are going to be watching for that. And let's touch base too on the flooding threat. We haven't talked about that as much. Hunter, when we can, let's query the flash flood warning and also talk about how much radar estimates usually run a little high. We can also verify with the Oklahoma Mesonet with what we're seeing here. But a lot of this rainfall has fallen from Sulphur and then down there into Carter County. Hunter.
Yeah, so these are radar estimates. As Mandy said, they do run a little bit high, but this kind of helps us generally fill the gap between the Oklahoma Mesonet stations, and that allows us to kind of get a good first best guess at what has fallen already. So around 7 to 8 inches of rain now in northern Carter County, Murray County too. If we put on the warning here, we can see if there has been any update to this flash flood warning. It goes still until 2:45 in the morning, still saying around 2 to 3 inches of rain, but this was as of 10:45 p.m. So a lot more rain could have fallen between then, but upwards of 4 to 6 inches of rain. I can look up our rainfall so far over the past 24 hours, and we'll see how much we have at some Oklahoma Mesonet stations. As soon as it loads, we have around, come on, load for me. There you go. 3.93 inches in Sulphur.
Yeah, and the Ardmore site isn't even registering, so that's showing that there's so much rain it can't handle it. But yeah, almost 4 inches of rain in Sulphur. Duncan, I would suspect south of that, probably where a site is not. They got way more than that. But yeah, we're talking 2 to 3 to 4 inches of rain just since about 8 o'clock. Is about when we started going with these. So in the last 4 hours, we picked up about an inch of rain an hour. That's going to cause flooding, and this is going to push east heading into the overnight. There we go, an update. Now over 4 inches of rain there in Sulphur. 4.2 inches of rain has fallen. Okay, Hunter, I'm going to have you take over for a second.
Yep.
And we'll go from there.
All right, so new update from the National Weather Service. They're still watching that circulation that was in far western Johnston County. Right now, if we radar, or I should say velocity is still very messy, but if we look at shear rate, that's been the best thing we've had so far. You can see the colors starting to get a little bit brighter there. We were looking at just around 5 minutes ago. This is right near Dobb Ranch Road near Mill Creek Dolomite. That's where we're watching the potential for a significant tornado on the ground right there. Circulation might be coming close to Mill Creek. That's currently what the National Weather Service is thinking at this time. That is the main thing that we are going to be watching. But looking at wide scale, just all in general, the whole region, what we've had so far. Currently, we have, it appears to be, 1 confirmed tornado warning for that Mill Creek storm, that tornado that could be making its way into Mill Creek, with the potential for this considerable tornado right here. And they are going to be, the National Weather Service, adding a considerable damage tag to this warning southwest of Mill Creek. That's where that circulation is located. You can clearly see, if I back up the scans here just by a little bit, that inflow notch that we've been talking about for quite some time, just right there along the Marshall-Johnston County line. If I put a little arrow on it right here, you can see right there, that's where all that warm, moist air is being fed into the system, and that is what is allowing us to see the potential for this tornado to survive and thrive for a long amount of time, going to the north and northeast. Thankfully missing Tishomingo, but still it is possibly on the ground with a confirmed tag, considerable tag on this tornado warning that extends all the way up to the north into Pontotoc County. Shear rates still having that little storm, that little tornado right there. It's been a bit messy. Of course, there's a lot of shear all throughout here, but if I circle it, this is what we're watching right here. That's the tornado potentially making it towards the ground right near Howell Road, South Dobb Ranch Road, kind of making more of a northerly turn here. So that might be taking a track into around that Murray-Johnston County line. But anything from the National Weather Service hasn't been coming in ever since that considerable damage tag has been added in terms of, there it goes, there's the new update with this warning. Reading out the specs for it, goes until 12:15 in the morning. It is still a particularly dangerous situation. Any locations within this, it's generally going to be north of Mansville, approaching Mill Creek. So if you are anywhere within this polygon still, make sure you are taking cover, because this whole thing into tonight is going to be very active. We've had multiple confirmed tornadoes on the ground causing damage, especially in Sulphur. People are trapped in Sulphur still. That's why there are search and rescue teams making their way there. So even if you're not within a tornado warning, still keep an eye on the weather because things are going to be changing all throughout the night. We have this line of storms out towards the west, which is generally non-severe, which is very good news. It is severe down towards the south near Graham in North Texas, west of the DFW Metroplex. But this is pushing eastward, just like some of our model data had yesterday and today. It is confirming, it is verifying that we have a lot of heavy rain pushing on eastward, and it's just going to keep on going until it eventually loses steam, and that won't be happening for quite some time until early Sunday morning. And